I heard you. It sounded like you said something there, Cyber, but I didn't hear what you said.
I just said Roger that.
Oh, okay, cool. I just heard it. Okay, hello everybody. I've got some sun. I had some fun in the sun today with the girl. We went to the local swimming hole. We had a lot of fun. This was in something. This guy, he's dead now. They shot him. Police. What? Police need some training. He made his mind up early. Red flags. In blanking. Oh, this was in. I don't know. So hello everybody. I think we're live. Let's see if those notifications went out. And they did. Never flaunt your knowledge, man. It's a good one. Especially if you're trying to convince something. You're trying to convince someone of something. You don't want to rub it in their face that you know something that they don't know. Oftentimes when you do that, you're going to find out that you were wrong in the first place. And you end up looking like a real moron. And even when you're right, the person that you proved wrong, they're not going to appreciate your attitude. The best way to win someone over is to have them prove themselves wrong to you. You walk them through it. You let them talk it through. You take your time. You do it slowly. It's like playing chess. You have to be cautious. You have to be careful. You have to be cordial. You have to be understanding of their feelings and their emotions, and you have to know no one likes to be told they're wrong about anything. It's hard to say you're wrong. It's hard to admit that you made a mistake. It's part of human nature, and it should be. And it's a survival mechanism to never admit when you're wrong. It's okay. In this today's world, we're actually we have more freedom to be honest with people about stuff like that without having to worry about repercussions. You know, if you're always wrong about stuff, you know, then that can be a survival thing if you have to rely on someone to survive, right? And that today it's not so much. You can say the earth is flat and that, whatever, make up whatever stuff you want. And you're not hurting anybody really for the most part, as long as you're not, preventing your children from, traveling in a plane because you don't think they're real or who knows, whatever your thing is. Go ahead.
I have a counter to that. There is a guy called Daniel Pratt who and there's several other flat earthers actually, who teach their kids that the earth is flat. They go to school and tell the other kids the earth is flat. Return, they get bullied and shit. They tell the teachers the earth is flat. They don't believe in the teacher and shit like that. So it is actually harmful. It's close to fucking child abuse in my mind.
I agree. When you lie to your kids and you turn your kids into liars, you're abusing your children. You're taking advantage of them. And Interact, what's up? I'm going to leave you guys with Cyber for a minute. I have to go. I want you guys to watch this little thing about Matt Walsh, because Matt Walsh is inherently evil, and I don't want you guys to be like Matt Walsh. If you don't understand LGBTQ, trans, or whatever, that's okay. You don't have to understand it, okay? That's fine. You need to learn why people are so hateful and hurtful towards that movement. And just learn some things, okay? And I want you to watch Sam Cedar, who I cannot stand, and the woman that's with him is, I forgot her name, and I can't stand her. I hate her even more than Sam Cedar. But, occasionally they get things right, and this thing right here, they totally get this right, and I think that you guys are going to benefit from watching this. Let me just get rid of I can get rid of that, right? Let me see what this one was. Okay, cancel. Let's get rid of that. Yes, okay. This one is... Okay, this will be right here. Great, and there it is. Fantastic. Okay, there's the video. Oh, that's our chat, right? That should be chat. Okay, let me change. Let me put that one on the chat. Because I need to go make some coffee really fast. We want not the restream. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. I think that's it. That's the one we want. Perfect. That's the chat. Okay, great. Now you guys are up here, so Cyber will be able to see the Rumble chat up here. And I'm just going to go make some coffee, and I'll be right back and bring some grapes. But this video that I'm going to show you, this is Sam Cedar, and he's talking about Matt Walsh. Now, Matt Walsh is inherently evil, and if you guys find yourselves being funneled to Matt Walsh on Rumble, it's okay. I mean, they do that. You know, he's very popular, and you know, they don't screen these people to see that they're misinforming you, and Rumble doesn't care about that, and that's okay. You know, this is free speech. What you need to understand is that Matt Walsh is evil, and the kinds of things he says and does are evil, and the only reason he does that is to contribute to his narrative, which is evil. And when you piggyback on the lies that he tells, it makes you evil too. So understand, there aren't millions of kids, there aren't hundreds of thousands of kids undergoing this. It's not like that. He's a fucking liar, and these people are going to fact check him really fast. So check this out. And understand that Matt Walsh, the only time you should ever watch Matt Walsh, really, is if you're watching him with me, so I can explain to you what a fucking liar the man is. Okay, here we go.
You know, one of the things we have been calling for on this program, Spotify.
This is Sam Cedar
the massive
and
corporation
Emma Vigiland. I'll be right back.
The Joe Rogan
three or 4 minutes.
Has paid $100 million for it over the course of several years, making millions upon it. If Rogan is going to tread into areas of politics or medicine or whatnot, that simple fact-checking be, God bless you.
Thank you.
Simple fact-checking be employed. I understand the idea of talking on a 3-hour show and that you could say things that are not factual by accident. It happens. Even around here where we try and start every day making sure that we don't say anything that we don't know isn't true, that we haven't spent any time checking on. But I get it. Different format. It's not a political show. His authority comes from the fact that he works out a lot and, fed people worms on TV and gets high. We all don't have that luxury.
No.
But it seems like they seem to have gotten the message, at least in this instance, over at Spotify, where you can imagine, like somebody at Spotify said, "Hey, what's Joe Rogan's producer's name?"
Jamie. And he's a meme, by the way. He's around often, and there have been jokes like, "Jamie, pull this up," right? So he pulls things up. He's active in the broadcast, but just not so active in like the fact-checking Joe Rogan or any of his guests part of it yet.
Jamie, listen, do me a favor. You're getting Matt Walsh, that bigot, into the studio today. Now, we're okay with Joe promoting and platforming bigots. That's fine. I think we know that. But really, we got to be careful that Joe is fact-checking him. Remember, this guy, Matt Walsh, has spent the past year or two delving deep into the question of transgender people. He is an expert in his mind.
A documentary filmmaker.
Right. He spoke to an African tribe about gender.
Yes.
Transcontinental, traveling all over the world to scour for this information.
Thank God that Joe Rogan has him on as an expert on transgenderism.
How many people have had this done?
Depends on what. I don't think we have exact numbers, but if we're talking about the drugs, millions.
You're talking about hormone blockers?
Yeah.
Millions of kids have been on hormone blockers, really?
I'm sure someone's going to fact check me on that, but my guess is that we're into the millions now at this point. Yeah, that would be my guess.
Hold on for a second. I don't want to interrupt this too much, all right? Because I know people find it annoying when I do it. But just a reminder, this guy has been working on a documentary for over a year and a half. He has been on every major television, broadcast outlet. Like he was on Bill Maher, right, recently?
Yep.
The guy's been everywhere.
Congress is responding to him with policy.
And it's on transgenderism and the problem with transgenderism. And this guy is asked one of the most basic questions you could get asked by Joe Rogan, the self-professed idiot.
I love that.
And
self-professed idiot.
He's guessing at the number? He's guessing at the number.
And a lot of you do this. A lot of you will do this. And I don't watch Matt Walsh. Grandpa, that's because you are highly intelligent and you love people. Matt Walsh is a hater. We can get this off the screen. Grandpa, that's all I need to hear. Hey, Grandpa says he doesn't watch Matt Walsh, everybody. That's all you need to know. I could have sat here for an hour and debunked every word came out of his mouth. But you know what? No need. Take Grandpa's word for it, because I know you trust him. And if he tells you this guy's not, he's somebody he doesn't like to watch, I'm telling you, there's a reason for that. You shouldn't waste your time on people like that. He's a garbage person. Okay? Love the title today. Caleb Sliger. Yes, Caleb, thank you. It's the way you have to be when you're talking to your family, when you're talking to your kids or whatever. And if you play gotcha and told you so with people, they're not going to want to talk to you anymore. I know that, you don't know that, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work. It doesn't bring us together, right? It pushes people apart. First and foremost, I just want to say this. Grandpa, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, good. You say way better. Thanks for asking. Man, I hope you are doing fantastic, bro. That is the first thing I want to say. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm glad I was reading your truths, bro, and I was so happy to see you saying that, you've almost kicked this thing's ass. So, yay. Yeah, you get better, bro. Vicky Lynn, I like that name, Vicky Lynn 60. Hello, Vicky Lynn. Token Tony Z, Hinterac. Hey, Cyber, good to hear you. Hope you're doing good. Token Tony Z. I don't watch him either. Good, Hinterac. That's good, that's good. Feeling much better, Grandpa. Hi, Vicky Lynn. Hello, Real WH Grandpa. Hope you're feeling better, way better. Thanks for asking. Miss Ramsey. Hello, Mrs. Ramsey. She says, pressure. Swayze, hello, Swayze, hello, Hinterac says, happy for WH Grandpa, and I am relieved for WH Grandpa, and of course, Mozart was right there with you. Of course, I had a feeling. Holly, hello, Holly Hornet, Bill Lowry. How am I doing? Well, Bill Lowry, let me ask you a question. How am I looking? You tell me how I'm looking, and I'll tell you if they match up. Am I smiling? Am I healthy looking? I got a little sun. I got a little color on my face here. I got some muscles now. Look at this. I'm wearing a white shirt. I never wear a white shirt, man. Black's slimming. Black is slimming, but I can wear a white shirt now. So, hey, look at me. So we had a great day. And, my girlfriend gave me the greatest compliment. Cyber, you're going to love this, bro. This is so funny. I hurt myself today on my arm. We went to the pool, and when we got to the neighborhood pool, nobody had cleaned the leaves off the top of it. The whole top, there were leaves everywhere. So I'm like, well, I'm going to do that before we get in the pool. I'm going to get the leaves off the top of the pool. So I grabbed the dip net, and I dipped all the nets out, all the leaves out with the net. I kind of hurt my arm a little bit doing it, And we spent the day at the pool. We had a great time, came back, laid in bed, told my girlfriend that I'd injured my arm a little bit, doing the dip netting, and I have a metal taste in my mouth, and my sense of smell isn't what it was, but I'll take that over the headache any day. Man, that does sound like COVID, bro. The sense of smell thing, COVID does erase your sense of smell, and if you're just having minor symptoms, it could be COVID. It's possible, but you weren't having breathing issues, and I thought, you'd have mucus building up in your lungs, not in your nose. Sounds to me like a sinusitis, bro. And I hope that's what it is, and I hope it's not anything major or anything that's going to, stick with you. I don't know about the metal taste. That's crazy.
That's blood taste of metal, right? You're not blood in your spit or something like that?
Yeah, he says it tastes like a penny is in his mouth. And yeah, could that be a blood? Could that be a blood, like you've got something in your mouth that's bleeding a little bit? Is it the taste of blood, bro? He's AI, dude. He's got liquid aluminum for his blood. Grandpa, are you AI? Are you the Terminator? Nick, when did you have that taste in your mouth? When you had COVID? Are you still doing oils? I'm still doing oils, baby. We're still doing them. I mean, I'm not selling oil, but I am smoking it for sure. And it's 7:10. I can't believe I've been live for over 13. How long have we been live for? 14 minutes. And it was 7:10. I wanted to smoke right when I got in here, and I totally forgot. But we've got so much to cover today. So, plenty of content. That's not an issue today. Haven't even taken my shoes off yet, man. Unreal, bro. Yeah, take these off. It smells so good in here right now because I opened this jar. It smells like a grow. It smells like a cannabis grow. Like, just that's ready to be picked today. Metal. No blood, just tastes like pennies, he says. Well, bro, if it's COVID and it's minor COVID, there's nothing you can really do anyway at this point. Just take care of yourself and you'll get better. If it's a sinus infection, same thing. You know, if it's something else, bro, you might need antibiotics, or it might be an infection or something, and you might want to get that looked at. So if it gets any worse, if you take a turn, bro, let us know. Because I can see how you are about, you know, medical stuff and pet medicine, and I don't know how you are about doctors and stuff like that, but bro, yeah, I've had doctors have saved my life in the past. Hands down, bro, doctors have saved my life multiple times. If it weren't for doctors, you guys, we'd never have this show. If it weren't for doctors, I would have never made it to Florida, guys, because I almost died in California, and it was several doctors that saved my life. So, you know, I needed surgery. I needed emergency surgery. And who's going to do that? Am I going to call my buddy next door to come over with his drill set? You know? Hey, I got an ailment. Bring your tools. I took 0 medications and I won't. I'm very stubborn. I see that, Grandpa. It's okay, man. You got to do it the way you want to do it. You know, people don't like being forced medicine and stuff like that, but you know, just stay on top of it and just monitor yourself and just, you know, make sure that you're okay, bro. I'm concerned. I know that you're a little bit older than me, and I just, you know, when we get sick, we just have to be vigilant and take care of ourselves. And the most important thing, bro, for you, besides staying hydrated, is plenty of rest. So make sure you're not overdoing it, no matter what you do. When you start feeling better, bro, don't let that fool you into thinking you can go out and start running around, because that night, this is what's been going on with me for the last 2 weeks, bro. I go out, I do stuff, and then I'm sick in the morning. Every morning. This morning, I woke up sick again. It's just not going away. It feels like a hangover. There's something wrong. You know, it's horrible. And I know if I would just take it easy, I'll probably be fine in a few more days, you know. But I'm out in the sun, I'm running around, I'm dip netting the pool, which someone else should have done, but they're not doing their fucking job. No meds, tonic water. Mrs. Ramsey. Well, I don't know about tonic water. I mean, just staying hydrated is fine. I don't know what the tonic has to do with water. You bubbles, or are the bubbles going to help? Is that medical, Mrs. Ramsey? The bubbles? Well, tell us about the bubbles. I want to know about I'm joking. I don't want to know about the bubbles. Don't tell me about the bubbles. I will tell you something that worked for me, though, bro. Feel good, still being cautious. Are you ready for this, bro? Colloidal silver. My flat earth friend, he's crazy, and he believes in that crazy colloidal silver shit. Well, my girlfriend and I, Donna, when she was still alive, we both got very sick one day. And Daniel called me out of the blue, whatever. What are you guys up to? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, we are both so freaking sick. We both got horrible sinus infections. And he's like, bro, I'm going to come bring you some colloidal silver and I'm going to take care of you. And I'm like, he's like, don't even question it. He's like, you're going to feel way better tomorrow. And we'd already been sick for like 3 days and we were not getting any better. He's like, I promise you tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to feel so much better. We're like, okay. He made the colloidal silver right in front of us. He said, just drink this, hold it in your mouth, swish it around, and then after a few minutes, swallow it. And we both did. And the next fucking day, bro, it was like we were never sick. So that could have been the day that we were getting better, or it could have been the colloidal silver that knocked it out. I don't know, man. But I'm just an anecdote. Me and my girlfriend both got better the next day after drinking that colloidal silver. I know it sounds wacky and crazy, and some of you probably don't subscribe to it. I never would have if I hadn't tried it myself. But, you know, I just wanted to do it because I like my friend, you know, Daniel. He's a flat earth guy, but he's a nice guy, and he's gone out of his way for me in the past. And I was like, okay, I'll try this. He was swearing on everything that it was going to work for us. I was like, okay, Daniel, okay. COVID's not always in the lungs. Sometimes headache, chills, fever, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. Spent 4 days in a hospital, severe vomiting, stomach collapse. Tested positive for COVID, or so they say. 196853. Bro, if some doctors tested you and you came up positive for COVID, it's not or so they say. You guys need to stop all of this conjecture that you like to throw into all your comments. That doesn't help anybody, bro. You had COVID. Just admit you had COVID. There's a lot of people who say that it's fake, that it's not even out there. And here you are in our chat saying, yeah, I had it. And then you say, or so they say. Well, you just said it. It was you had headache, chills, fever, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. And then you spent 4 days in the hospital and your stomach collapsed. You had severe vomiting. You put that on top of vomiting. You said vomiting, then you said severe vomiting. Or you said nausea and vomiting, and then you said severe vomiting, so you must have been vomiting really bad. But then you said, or so they say. You don't trust a COVID test, bro? What's the conspiracy behind a COVID test? I don't understand where this thought process comes from. No, eating silver spoons does not help you stay healthy. That's not how colloidal silver works. He made it in front of me. You need to use electrolysis. You use a battery. You charge the silver. Eating silver isn't going to do anything. He explained that to me. People use silver spoons because they think it's going to give them colloidal silver. That's so funny. And you only have to do it once when you're sick. You don't have to do this every day. You know, this one dude turned blue for drinking way too much colloidal silver. He looks like a fucking Smurf. It's hilarious. Totally blue. Totally blue like a Smurf, guys. You'd have to see him. You wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. It looks like somebody put makeup all over his body. Doesn't that turn your skin blue, says Terry Torito. It does if you freaking become psychotic and you drink it every day and you don't need to. Don't do that. If you overdose on it, it'll turn you blue. We had just a little tiny bit, and we did it one time. It works. So does the silver. Lol, it's what Donald Trump said to drink. It works. So does silver. Donald Trump says to drink bubbly water, and that's going to help you with your... Well, Donald Trump's not a medical doctor, and I wouldn't be taking medical advice from anybody who told me to inject bleach into my body. Is that fair, guys? Is that fair? Is that fair? I'm not going to take medical advice from someone who told me to inject bleach into my body. Of course it's fair. I'll let him be president, and I'll let you guys support him as president, but I'm not going to take medical advice from Donald Trump. You would be crazy to take medical advice from Donald Trump. I'm not saying you'd be crazy to make him the president of the United States and call him your leader. Not at all. But when you guys start pushing this narrative this far, I'm going to rein you in, and you're going to have to allow me to rein you in a little bit. Is anybody else ready to take medical advice from Donald Trump? The president who doesn't take anybody else's advice over his own and thinks he knows more than everybody else that's ever told him anything, and literally told America that they should consider injecting bleach for COVID. Is there a way to inject the bleach? You know, or shine the light in the, hit the body with the light. Hit the body with the light. Was he crazy on that day? Yeah, he was crazy on that day. Would you have taken that Or hey. You're drinking the bubbly water. You're going to inject the bleach too, Mrs. Ramsey? I knew a blue man. You knew a blue man? I believe you too. Why do I believe you? I've seen it. I don't do meds unless I might die. Terry Torito. He didn't mean bleach. No, he literally said fucking bleach. He said the word bleach. So what do you mean he didn't mean bleach? Now you're telling me that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's saying? He doesn't understand words? Is that what you're saying, Terry? How dare you? Hey, don't you talk bad about Donald Trump in my chat. All right? He was the president of the United States for 4 years. How dare you? I don't even understand that line of thinking that you're doing. He didn't mean bleach? The man who's always right didn't mean what he said? What did he mean? What did he want to inject? If it wasn't the bleach, then what is it? Let's just work our way through this, Terry, me and you. Okay, he didn't mean bleach. What did he mean? Did he mean Clorox? He didn't mean bleach. He didn't mean Clorox. What did he mean? What else? Let me know. I can't wait to hear this. You say that Luden's cherry cough drops have hydrochloroquine in it, or make homemade grapefruit orange rinses, 2 of each, boil in a crock pot for 3 hours and leave the top on to naturally cool. Mrs. Ramsey lolls at me. Token Tony Z killed my girlfriend in 5 days with blood clots in her lungs. This guy thinks it's a joke. If he spent that much time in the hospital and all that happened, unreal. I know, Token Tony Z. People have different levels of denial. It's okay. He's literally got the evidence himself, and he's in denial. Or so they say. I love that. Dude, you said it. You're a big boy. You know what you said. You said it. You said the words. You said you were vomiting, and then you said you were vomiting bad. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. It's pretty funny. He didn't take the vaccine. He didn't take the vaccine, says Swayze. Yes, Lo. Because the word was chlorine dioxide. Maybe he did not know that chlorine dioxide is not bleach. The word was chlorine dioxide. What's chlorine dioxide? Okay, doubling down, enlightenings. All right, let's find it out. Let's find out what chlorine dioxide is. Since you're so smart, enlightenings, let's find out. I have a feeling it's chlorine, but let's find out. Yeah, it's bleach. Yeah, okay, there you go. Chlorine dioxide is bleach. Is that what he meant, enlightenings? I mean, I don't mean to yell at you guys. I'm going to tone it down, okay? I got to tone it down. I don't mean to yell at you guys. Chlorine dioxide, just looked it up because you're enlightenings. You're too lazy to educate yourself, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to educate you. Since you're too lazy to do it yourself. Hey there, Fulton. How are you doing with all your American flags? Nice to see you. Sounds like a new song. Hit the body with the light. 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 And inject the bleach. We're going to inject the bleach and hit the body with the light. I think he was being sarcastic. No, he wasn't being sarcastic. Did you? Terry Torito. He interrupted a medical press conference to say that. Okay, why, if you were the president of the United States and everybody's listening to your every word and all your adoring, followers will do whatever you say, why would you be sarcastic when you know people are going to be so stupid that they would literally try that? You guys understand, when Donald Trump tells you to inject bleach, that will literally cause you to die, right? You realize that. What Donald Trump told you he thinks is the cure for COVID is literally the recipe for death. You understand that? Or are you guys you're like, oh yeah, bleach. Well, oh, he meant chlorine dioxide. Oh, he meant bleach. He said bleach. He meant bleach. He meant chlorine dioxide. Well, that's bleach. So you're going to have to come back with me on that one. He was not being sarcastic. We can go watch the video. He wasn't being sarcastic. He was being dead serious. And the doctor behind him rolled her eyes like, really? But we're going to hit it with the light. Go ahead.
He also suggested you could light people up from inside, right?
Yeah, they're going to put a light in the body. They're going to hit the body with the ultraviolet light from inside. They hit the body from inside with a light or something. I'm like, no one does that. That's not even a thing. What are you talking about? X-rays? That's not a cure for COVID. What are you talking about? He's not a medical expert.
X-rays would fucking kill you, man.
Yeah, Trump is not a medical expert. I mean, you're going to take... You think the bubbly water is going to help you? The guy that told you to inject the bleach and hit the body with the light and the bubbly water, and that's what Trump said, the bubbly water. Wow, man, come on, guys. Like I said before, he might make an excellent president for more people than any other person right now. He might, okay? He could change the goddamn country. He could get us out of fucking war. He's giving me a voice, and I'm getting to talk to people that I love talking to. That's because of Donald Trump. So I'm supportive of this. The one thing I'm not going to support is when you guys start taking your little flights of fancy and trying to drag me down. It's not going to happen, man. We're all going to win on this one. We're all winning. You guys find out that chlorine dioxide is bleach. Y'all just learned something. You learned that Donald Trump didn't say chlorine dioxide. He literally said bleach. Y'all just learned something else. He told you to inject bleach in your bodies. It's like... It isn't bleach? Really? Really, it isn't bleach? You spent 40 hours, I spent 40 seconds. Do you want to know what I came up with? Chlorine dioxide is a chemical compound with the formula CiO2 that exists as yellowish-green gas above 11 degrees Celsius. A reddish-brown liquid between 11 degrees Celsius and negative 59 degrees Celsius, and as a bright orange crystals below negative 59 degrees Celsius. It is usually handled as an aqueous solution. It is commonly used as a bleach. More recent developments have extended its applications in food processing and as a disinfectant, but not something you're going to inject into your bloodstream. Like bleach. When you spray it on a counter, it disinfects the counter. You wouldn't want to take that and spray it into your body. You wouldn't want to get it in your eyes. You know, why don't you do a little test? You know, do a little eye test with the bleach and let me know how that goes. Don't do that. I'm joking. You'll blind yourself. Bleach will literally blind you if it gets in your eyes, guys. I'm very upset with all of you, with a whole bunch of you right now. I think there should be a whole bunch more voices right now that are speaking for the truth right now, that are trying to defend all these poor people that literally think that Donald Trump, you know, was making sense when he told you to inject bleach in your body. You know, the guy makes mistakes. He's already admitted to you that he makes mistakes. Why couldn't this have just been another mistake that you just blow off and say, okay, he fucked up? No, everything he says is right. Oh, you guys are psychotic if that's what you believe. And then you're treating him like, you know, people treat Jesus Christ. And is Donald Trump Jesus Christ to you? Has he taken over Jesus' place in your lives? Is Jesus no longer important, but Donald Trump does no wrong and he's your God? Trump clarified his comments. Really? How so? How did Trump clarify those comments, Grandpa? Because I want to see that. I want to hear the clarification when he said inject the bleach. Bro, I'm going to pull up him saying inject the bleach and hit the body with a light so you guys can hear him say it himself. But he clarified. Okay, what was the clarification there? I can't wait to hear the clarification because you obviously heard it, Grandpa, so just give it to me real quick. What did he say? Nay's on fire tonight. Thank you, Vicky Lynn. Pony Boy, there are studies of injectable disinfectants. Yeah, whatever, Pony Boy. You know, we're not talking about fucking bleach, dude. We're talking about bleach, Pony Boy, not injectable disinfectants. Bleach is not an injectable disinfectant, man. This is so hard for me to do without calling people names. It really is. I want you to know I've really changed. Today, this is progress for me, man. Because there'd be a lot of curse words flying by now on an old Trendy Asdabber show. Chlorine dioxide is miracle mineral solution and has been used worldwide for over 50 years and is extremely healing for almost any illness, disease, hair attacks, etc. Melissa Birch. Yeah, no. Extremely healing for almost any illness and disease. That is hilarious. Oh my God. Where are you getting this from? I've taken it before. What? You've taken bleach? Freaking articles on his phone.
People who fucking drink turpentine in their own urine in the morning also, that doesn't mean it works, you know? That guy on YouTube who fucking drinks turpentine, if you look at him, his brain is fucking gone. You can literally see it in his eyes, man. If you look at the first videos he did compared to now, that shit have really fucked him up.
Oh, you blew it off. You blew off the bleach. Yeah, good. That's good. So he was wrong about the bleach. So who can put it in my chat first? Trump was wrong about the bleach. Who's the first person who can say that in my chat? Trump was wrong about the bleach. Who's the first person in my he already said he was wrong about endorsing a couple of people and called himself a schmuck. So who's going to agree with Trump that he can be wrong about things? Because he's admitted to it. And which of you is going to be the bravest person out of my chat to say Trump was wrong about the bleach? Anybody? Let's just see how willing you guys are to accept truth when you hear it. I know it's a bitter pill, guys. It's a bitter pill. Take it with molasses. You know, what else can I tell you? I'm the molasses, man. Nobody would take the bleach. Okay, here's the thing. I know if I get a cold fever or any sickness, so unhealthy immune system. Enlightenings. Get it on your clothes. You will have holes within minutes. Get it on your hands and keep it there for a while and watch your skin disappear. Token Tony Z. Nay, may I send you some information on this via Telegram? I'm not on Telegram. Thank you, Vicky Lynn. No, I haven't taken bleach. Lol. You just told us you did, Melissa. Now you're saying you're not. You literally just said you drank it all the time. You said chlorine dioxide, which is bleach, is miracle mineral solution and has been used worldwide. I've taken it before, you said. I just read Trump's comment from the press conference and he referred to disinfectants and not bleach. The bleach reference came from the mainstream media. So he did not say bleach is what you're telling me? So, Pony Boy, I'm going to pull up the press conference, and if he didn't say bleach, I'm going to be surprised. There are numerous studies that show ivermectin works as a cancer cure. Yeah, and there's numerous studies that say that Trendy Nate has an 18-inch long penis, too. You believe them? Dolphins? You believe every study you've ever heard? He was wrong.
Was that study peer-reviewed? That's the main question. Was that study peer-reviewed? And if it was, who peer-reviewed it, and where's the data from that peer-reviewing?
There you go. Dolphins 88 produced the study. You say numerous studies. I'm going to give you a challenge. You produce one good study that shows that ivermectin works as a cancer cure. Show me that. Works as a cancer cure. Okay? So you said cure. Not like helps or can speed things along or whatever. You called it a cure. Show me that fucking bullshit study and I'll call you a liar until you do. He was wrong. He was wrong about the bleach. Wasn't it the media called it bleach? We're going to find out. I'm not taking bleach with molasses. No one's perfect, that's for sure. Oops, I'm sorry, I meant trith. Okay? Trith. I don't know what trith means. It minced bleach. It isn't bleach, says Melissa. She's screaming. I'm sorry, I meant send it to you via Truth Social. Yes, pull it up. I'm in PubMed. Yeah, that's pretty legit. That's PubMed should be peer-reviewed studies, right? Yeah, bring it, give it to us. Let's see it. Alcohol is a disinfectant, but doesn't help with illness. Drum roll, please. Why else do you trip in the morning, tripping on the dong? Billy! Hey, everybody, Billy's in the Rumble. Bunch of idiots. Pro tip, injecting bleach and jumping off cliffs is what all these people do. Look, I'm going to just pull up the video of Trump saying it. Oh, yeah, you say he says in disinfectant. He didn't say bleach. I guess he said disinfectant. My bad. I thought he said bleach for some reason.
With a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And I think you said that has him in check, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. And then I see the disinfectant.
Those people that can fucking swallow salts and shit. I seen some of those swallow one of those long fucking light tubes, you know. I just picture fucking people laying with a light tube fucking struggling down the throat with lights on.
All right, here. I want to get to this disinfectant part.
Knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds
not you.
Interesting to me.
Not you.
The new headline is Trump asks people to go outside. That's dangerous. Here we go. Same old group. You ready? I hope people enjoy the sun. And if it has an impact, that's great. I'm just hearing this, not really for the first time. I mean, there's been a rumor that, you know, a very nice rumor that you go outside in the sun or you have heat and it does have an effect on
It's used as a bleach.
But now we get it from one of the great laboratories of the world.
Used as a bleach. Chlorine dioxide.
Than just this. This is,
you know, it's got chlorine in it, and I wouldn't be putting it in my body.
I would like you to speak to the medical doctors to see if there's any way that you can apply light and heat to
how do you see the deer?
You know, if you could, and maybe you can, maybe you can't.
Oh,
again, I say maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm not a doctor.
Deer's right
I'm
here.
like a person that has a good, you know what.
He's a person that has a good, you know what.
The heat and the light relative to certain viruses, yes, but relative to this virus.
That is a treatment. I mean, certainly fever is a good thing when you have a fever. It helps your body respond.
We're very advanced in testing. Other countries are calling us to find out what are we doing. And by the way, within 2 weeks, you'll see numbers and you'll see different forms.
Dude, where's this bleach part or the disinfectant part?
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin.
Dude, it doesn't seem to, that's not it.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very
Hit the
powerful
birdie.
light.
Suppose we hit the birdie.
And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin or in some other way.
The light.
And I think you said you're going to test that.
The light
Sounds
will
interesting.
kill the COVID.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or
I apologize.
You see, it gets on the lungs and it.
I apologize.
So,
Okay, I didn't hear that on the other one, but I apologize. I was wrong. He didn't say bleach, and all this time I thought he fucking said bleach. So you guys were right, and I was wrong. You guys win, and I lose, because I swear I thought he said bleach. He said disinfectant, and you know what? That's not as crazy as I thought it was. You know, I mean, disinfectant, he just doesn't know what words to use. He says he's got the best words. He doesn't have the best words. He doesn't know what words to use. He uses the wrong ones, and that's not good, because now we have miscommunications. But at the same time, I need to work on my listening. All right, articles. I have more coming. Dolphins. PubMed. What is this? Oh, peroxide is used as a bleach too, and that's safe inside your body. Oh, yeah. What do you know? All right, hold on. I don't like being wrong. Okay, show me where it says it cures it. Yeah, okay, yeah, I pulled up your one article. Not a cure. I'll pull up another one. Inhibiting colorectal cancer cell growth. Doesn't cure cancer. Again, I'll pull up another one. Man, you're spamming me with all this shit, and none of them say that it cures cancer. Suppresses tumor growth. Yeah, so does cannabis. Not a cure. Not the cure for cancer.
Are you just Googling shit and going after the headlines without fucking reading it?
No, he's bringing up PubMed. This one is Bright Work Research. Cancers for which ivermectin has been demonstrated to be effective, but not a cure for. So you just, man, you get your words right, man. Use the right words. Ivermectin, I'm sure it does something, and they're researching it, just like cannabis does. But for you guys to just jump on the fucking cure, oh, ivermectin's a cure for cancer, you're a liar now. And you're not going to find an article that says that ivermectin is a cure for cancer. Just like I'm going to have a very hard time finding an article that says cannabis is a cure for cancer. I've been through this 1,000 times with cannabis. So, I know how it feels when you think you have the cure for fucking cancer and it's ivermectin on every fucking veterinary shelf in the whole goddamn country, and we've all had the cure for cancer right under our noses. Bullshit. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And I don't know about those studies. I don't know what they are. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're not peer-reviewed and if they are bullshit, because a whole bunch of bullshit has come out recently about ivermectin because the right funded a bunch of bullshit about ivermectin, and people like Ron DeSantis want to sell you shit that doesn't work. So you guys might be right, and maybe ivermectin will turn out to be the cure for cancer, but it ain't yet. And if it does, let me know. But it's not the fucking cure for cancer. Yeah, go ahead.
The reason why peer reviewing is so utterly important is there's a very good example right now. Remember, just a few weeks ago, some scientists said they had found a new superconductor that could work at room temperature. The whole fucking science community is fucking flipped out because that is literally the biggest fucking science discovery since fucking since the fucking splitting of the atom or something like that. But a lot of people start fucking because those who made that first discovery of that so-called room temperature superconductor, they were open. They had papers showing exactly what they did, how they did it, when they did it, and all that shit. And other people all around the world started doing the same thing. the only one who got success, I believe, was a Japanese fucking team, and they found out that it's a contamination of iron particles that do that. It's magnetic. It's not fucking a superconductor. It's a contamination of iron that got that fucking thing to fucking kind of float.
Right.
So peer review is really, really, really fucking important. So you just don't go with what you think it is the first time or what it kind of looked like. You really have to fucking dissect it and fucking rip it apart and else it can be funny fucking everything, you know.
Donald Trump did not say bleach. Yeah, I gotta heat up. Donald Trump did not say bleach. I am shocked because for some reason in my stupid brain, I had convinced myself that he literally used the word bleach. I don't know why I thought that. It is used in water purification plants. Same concept in our body because, yeah, so's chlorine. You know, chlorine purifies water. It doesn't mean you want to fucking take it in heavy doses, Melissa. Listen, don't take advice from Donald Trump, not medical advice. You know, stop it. And don't take advice from him either about how to make steaks or go to his school or, you know, get wine from him or any of those other businesses that failed. You know, he'll be great as president. He's a great replacement for Joe Biden, I believe. Get the fuck Biden and Kamala Harris out of there, and I'll be happy. But, God, don't give him so much credit, man. You know, he's not a doctor. Who are you calling children? Oh, boy. These people are children. You're a moron, says Grandpa. Here we go. Billy and Grandpa are not getting along. Guards, seize them both. Bring them to the chamber so I can discuss this with them. Bring the hot irons. Guards, bring the hot irons. Her son had COVID. Was it you guys? I knew this was going to happen. I knew you guys were going to get into it because Billy can't help himself. And Grandpa is Grandpa. He's got to protect the flock, man, and I get it. So I saw this coming. Hey, man, look, Billy, the other day you said, you know, these guys aren't that bad. And can we go back with that vibe instead of these people are children? Because, hey, guess what? Guess what? They were right about Trump, and I was wrong, dude. He didn't say bleach, and all of them were telling me the truth, and I was the one that was telling the lie. I was the liar. And they caught me in a lie, and I was wrong. And I had to fact check it to make sure because there were so many people telling me I was wrong. I was like, I better go look at it. Because I was so convinced that he used the word bleach. And he didn't. He did not use that word. You know what's funny is this is the second or third time that I've gone back and listened to Trump where I thought he said one thing because he has a way of conveying things without saying the actual words. And I'm like, well, he didn't say that. So it was on me to... I mean, no, it's not a cure. There you go, Pony Boy. It's not a fucking cure. There you go. Just like cannabis isn't the cure for all of cancer, like I've said so many times, and I've been wrong about that. You know, I've got friends who've died of cancer that smoked plenty of cannabis. It didn't stop it from killing them. You know, my ex-girlfriend, Donna, is one of them. She smoked a whole bunch of cannabis, and she died of cancer. So it kind of proved it to me, you know. The world can be a cruel place, you know, but sometimes you get proved wrong, and it just sucks. Per se, but has shown to be effective against. No, it hasn't shown to be. No, it's not. Has not been shown to be effective against COVID. Ivermectin has not been shown to be effective against COVID. Okay, now you're going to start lying to me. So you know you want to go with the kitchen sink with Joe Rogan. That's fine. Just remember, it could very well have been a mild case that Joe Rogan got. That's 80% of cases are mild cases, and Joe Rogan was over it in 2 days. You think it was the ivermectin, or do you think it was a mild case? There's very little evidence to support what you just said about COVID and ivermectin. And you guys that are watching these people that are putting that COVID ivermectin thing out there, you need to go look at the studies, and you'll see there's really no evidence that backs up that bullshit. So fucking let it go, man. You know, stay home and just don't catch it. Quit breathing each other's fucking disease. You know? You believe Trump said it all. All good. I did believe Trump said it all, but you guys, just when I thought I was out, you pulled me back into reality, and I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I was a little upset because I was wrong, but I'm disappointed in myself. You know, because the same thing that I preach to you guys is to go back and listen and make sure and double check and check your sources and all that. I'm fucking guilty of right now. I'm with you. I'm with you. You know, I'm just as guilty of not checking sources with that stupid bleach bullshit. Everyone is loving the practice. Do you want more to go to PubMed and search 2 words, ivermectin and cancer? No, don't waste your time. It's effective against COVID. No, it's not. Ivermectin is not effective against COVID. This is what's going on with that. Do you guys understand what a mild case of COVID consists of? Okay, Google. What does a mild case of COVID consist of?
According to NPR, the National Institutes of Health guidelines for treatment categorize mild COVID as individuals who have any of the various signs and symptoms of COVID-19, e.g., fever, cough, sore throat, malaise, headache, muscle pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of taste and smell, but who do not have shortness of breath.
I wonder how long it lasts. Okay, Google. How long does a mild case of COVID last?
According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, how long do COVID symptoms last? Those with a mild case of COVID-19 usually recover in 1 to 2 weeks. For severe cases, recovery can take 6 weeks or more, and for some, there may be lasting symptoms with or without damage to the heart.
7 days! And he said he was okay in 2, but he had to rest for 4. Yeah, Joe Rogan, go check it out. He did say that. He said, I was over it in 2, but I rested for 4 more days. That's 6 days. They say a mild case lasts a week. So what are the chances that it was just a mild case of COVID when 80% of cases are mild cases? I had all of those. Real Grandpa could have had COVID, everybody. He could very well have had COVID. Hopefully you're isolating yourself, Grandpa, as much as possible. You don't want anybody else to catch that, because even though you may have had a mild case, if you give it to someone else, they could have a more extreme case. But even though I don't know how this variant is, the one that's going around now. So maybe they're all mild now. I hope they are. Sounds like a good hangover. Yeah, it sounds like a bad hangover, bro. As an encyclopedia, a bunch of libtards. Brenda Swan. Wait, did you hear anything that was incorrect? I mean, Brenda, Grandpa literally just said he had everything that Google just said it was. And now, so what are you saying Grandpa's a liar, Brenda? Get out of here. I don't like anybody calling Grandpa a liar on my show. Get out of here. Get out of here. He literally repeated everything that Google just said. And your brain can't process that. Wow, Google was right about something. Your brain can't understand that? God, man. Holy shit. Oh, you use Google. Everything you say isn't true. Really? Okay, Google. Okay, Google. How old is Donald Trump?
Donald Trump is 77 years old.
No, it's a lie because it came from Google. He must be 72. You didn't call Grandpa a liar? Oh, but you did call Grandpa a liar. You literally did. You just called him because he agreed with everything that Google just said, and then you said, bunch of libtards. Funny you use Google as an encyclopedia. Bunch of libtards. Yeah, you just called Grandpa a liar, so you should take it back. Is he a libtard? And people that use Google are just spouting lies. We know what you're trying to say. Don't try to weasel your way around your narrative. We know what your narrative is. So why don't you apologize? Google was right. It matched every single symptom that Grandpa has. He might have COVID, and now he knows he might have had COVID. And that's good to know. That's good information. That could save somebody's life. No, Google is liberal. Brenda Swan. All right, Google's liberal. All right, let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out if Google's liberal. How would we find that out? We'll ask it a question from a perspective, or from a blank perspective, and see if it answers liberal or conservative. Right? Let's see. What should we do? What's a good one? Oh, here's a good one. Okay, Google. What year did Democrats promote slavery up until.
Here are some results from the web.
Yeah, there's one. It's the second one. Election of 1860, slavery splits the Democrats. Huh. So at least until 1860, if not further. I'm sure it was further past that. But there's a Google answer. And they're throwing the Democrats right under the bus. They supported slavery. Huh. That sounds so liberal. I bet you I could find about a million other questions that it would answer accurately too. That you would think would have some kind of a liberal slant. Right? It's just too bad the liberals get so much shit right, and you have a problem with that. They do get a lot of shit right, you know? Medicare for all, that would be great, you know? Healthcare, what else is on that liberal agenda? Women's rights, God, I love that one. Equal rights for people of all colors and all nationalities, they got that one right. I like that. Now, they granted, they pushed that too far with the, you know, with the, affirmative action bullshit and some of the other shit. Yeah, they pushed it too far, but they had the right idea. It's just they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They could have used some guidance, and you guys, instead of giving them guidance, you just gave them complete negative pushback on it. So that's why we can't have nice things, right? Yes, WH Grandpa, we are so happy that you're recovering. A blank question. So glad you're feeling better, Grandpa. Glad you're feeling better, Grandpa. Hiya all. Montana Skies. Hello, Montana Skies. Nays, you need to smoke some weed and calm your ass down, says Brenda Swan. I do what I want. Ask Google about the current economy. Okay, Google. What state is the United States economy in today?
These came back from a search.
Bureau of Economic Analysis. That's a .gov site. Oh, here you go. USA Facts. The second one. It's usafacts.org. Current state of the union. U.S. economy. You want to learn about the economy? Yeah, maybe Google some shit. You'll learn all about it. Anything else you want to know that I can Google for you? From the libtard perspective? So funny. And don't get me wrong, man. I do understand that there are a lot of liberal-minded people that are in the tech industry and they have control over this shit. Absolutely. I get it. But at the same time, you're going to deny yourself education over shit because you're so butthurt over who gives you the information? Even when the information is correct? And you can get correct information. You can get disinformation from Google too, but you can correct, and you just have to figure out how to disseminate that shit, man. You know, does it sound right to you? Does it feel right to you? Do you want to go maybe double check it, or go to DuckDuckGo, or go to, you know, some other kind of a source of information to get it? You're more than welcome to. But Google's a great place to start, and they give you plenty of different sources on that search. You don't just click the first thing. In fact, I never click the first thing. I usually go to the second, and then I keep looking. And then I go back to usually the second thing. Usually. It should be the first thing, but the paid ones usually get first. You know. Fucking capitalism seeps into everything, man. Cyber, you ready to smoke?
Oh yeah, I've been ready for quite some time.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep... How long is this? Oh yeah, this show's only been an hour without smoking anything. Can you believe that?
I have been smoking.
Oh, good.
I have been smoking.
I had no idea. How are stick market? What's a stick market? Get info from Google and yes, get in your info from Google and mainstream media. Dude, I get my info from all over the place. You know, you don't know me. Josie Myers, you don't know me at all. You know? So, when you sit there and act like I only get my news from mainstream media and Google, you're a fucking liar. So, fuck you, you're a liar. Don't lie about me. You don't know where I get my news from. Nate doesn't smoke useless plants. Nick the stick. Yeah, I don't smoke weed. I smoke cannabis. If you're smoking weed, I feel sorry for you. You're smoking some subpar garbage. Stock market. Dang. I'd keep watching, but I can't comment on YouTube, and this room smells of chewing tobacco. Icky. Love you, bud. Right on, Billy. Why can't you comment on YouTube? Did somebody block you? No law regarding cannabis, everybody. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, I got info from Google and it was accurate. I just showed you Donald Trump's age. I asked Google and it told me his age and it was accurate. You know? I mean, have you ever tried Google, you dumb stump? Have you ever tried Google? You ever asked it some questions to see if it's accurate? Why don't you try? Since you think it's all a bunch of lies and libtard bullshit. Ask it something you know already. You know, you tell me if it's a liberal perspective. Ask me a fact that you know for sure. Ask Google and see what it says. You know? A known fact. Provable known fact. You let me know when Google gets a provable known fact wrong. No, Terry, weed is a thing that I go out in my yard and I pull out of the ground. I don't like weeds. I fucking put weed poison on weeds. Cannabis is what I smoke. When you see me smoking, it's cannabis. Weed's a useless plant. Look up the definition. Come on, that's your measuring stick? For what, dear Slayer? For Donald Trump's age? For silly, stupid facts that I might not know offhand? Yeah, that's my measuring stick. I go to Google and I ask it, and I get the answers. That's why I do know a lot of shit, but, you know, I was wrong about Donald Trump fucking saying bleach, I guess. Maybe I got that from Google, too. Oh, real WH Grandpa, thank you. No, he's an admin, too. I don't think an admin can block another admin. If an admin can block an admin, that's bullshit. I don't have Google channel. Hey, that was a sincere question. Don't be mean to me. Terry, wait, isn't weed and cannabis the same? Weed is that would be like saying, Is a Ferrari and a jalopy the same thing? Would you call a Ferrari a jalopy? Would you call a Ferrari a jalopy? Would you call something that has over 50 medical uses and helps millions of people all around the world every day by a name that brands it as being a useless plant? Dandelions have a use, they're not a weed. If it's got a use, it's not a weed. A weed is a useless plant, and there are very few weeds on the planet. But, you know, there's a tumbleweed, and there are other weeds that don't serve any purpose. They just light shit on fire, or they're toxic, or, you know, people die if they touch them. You know, animals die if they eat them. They serve no purpose at all. Those would be considered weeds. You know? Something that doesn't have a use is a weed, a useless plant. Cannabis has over 50 uses. We've proven that on the show. So we don't want to call it by a name so stupid that says it doesn't have a use, you know? So there are several names for pitweed and cannabis. Pot. Oh, you're trying to say pot? Well, I took a shit on the pot earlier today. Why would I want to refer to my beautiful cannabis as something that I take a shit on? The pot. Why would I refer to cannabis? See, it's a negative terminology, right? Do you want to know where words like that come from? They come from people who hate cannabis. People who hate cannabis use really hateful terminology to brand it. And then, the cannabis community thinks, oh, we'll throw that word in your face. Well, how did that work for the N-word? Not very good. Just like the word marijuana is racist, the word pot is something I shit on. The word weed is, a useless plant. The word reefer is basically refers to, it's a racist terminology, reefer. Dope? Do I even need to say? Do we even need to talk about the word dope? You thought weed is a slang for marijuana. Marijuana is a racist word, Grandpa. That's why we call it cannabis. That's why when I talk about it, you only hear me referring to it as cannabis. You guys have been watching me for like 10 days. And when I refer to cannabis, I call it cannabis, or I'm doing dabs, or I'm smoking flower, but I say usually almost always, I use the word cannabis. And I don't use slang, and I don't use racist terminology. Once you understand the history behind the word marijuana, you'll understand why it's racist. Once you understand who the person was who invented the word, you understand that guy. He hated everybody. He hated Hispanics. He hated African Americans. He hated everybody that was different than him. William Randolph Hearst. He was an evil piece of human garbage. That's the man who invented the word marijuana. So if you want to be his foot soldier, you can use his word and be a racist like he is and continue the racism, or you could call it what it was called before he ever came along. It was called cannabis. Yes, it's a Mexican word for tobacco. Well, kind of. Close. And changed a little bit, but yes, it was a Mexican word that it referred to tobacco, not cannabis. William Randolph Hearst stole and bastardized the word. He changed it, altered it, because he was a racist, and he was smart, though, and he knew how to turn people against what he wanted to be against. It wasn't really the cannabis that got you high. You guys, I'm doing the meme. I'm doing the meme. I'm doing the meme. I did the meme. I love that meme. Have to do some research. I never knew that. You're not going to have to do some research. You're not going to have to do some research. I'll tell you right now. It's really simple. Check this out. William Randolph Hearst was in the newspaper business. Okay, he used to do journalism, but it was yellow journalism, and he used to attack people that he didn't like. He was like think of the worst news agency that you know of today, whoever it is for you, for everybody it's probably a different one. He was like them back then. He was like the worst, right? And he was the largest too. He took over the whole country with his newspapers. In order to make the newspapers, he owned a bunch of land that had forests on them. He'd cut the trees down. He had paper mills. They'd mill the trees into paper, and he would send out his newspapers. Well, cannabis had been around for a long time, but some genius came up with a machine called a decorticator. And the decorticator was going to make it possible to strip the cannabis, the hemp stalks, make it just instantly usable, basically, and not have to go through a long, expensive process to do it. This decorticator was just going to strip the stuff and give it to these guys, and they were going to take that and make paper out of it. Paper. That was going to be a lot cheaper than what William Randolph Hearst did. Now, if William Randolph Hearst was smart, like I'm smart, what he would have done was, he would be like, oh man, I got to sell all of my forests and all my paper, all my mills, and I need to switch to hemp right now. I need to start doing it now. I need to start doing it now because this is coming. No, an evil motherfucking cunt like William Randolph Hearst says, well, hemp, this thing that's growing out in the fields that's going to, force me out of my business because I'm such an idiot and I'm not just going to buy a bunch of hemp fields, which he should have freaking done. But he couldn't because he's an idiot. I just have to say that over and over again. William Randolph Hearst might have been, a billionaire or whatever. He was an idiot too. He couldn't see the forest from the trees. How funny is that? He took the idea that hemp was the same thing that cannabis was. that the doctors were using for kids that were having seizures. And every doctor had hemp oil in their bag. You know, they had some form of cannabis oil that they would give to their patients and use for all kinds of stuff. They were learning all kinds of great stuff about it. And they didn't know anything about it, but they were finding out it was working. Right? Well, William Randolph Hearst put an end to that because when he figured out that hemp was the same cannabis oil that these doctors were using, he went after the doctors because that was a lot easier for him. He didn't go after the hemp fields. No. He went after the smokers, the people who were using cannabis, the people who were using it. He branded them all criminals, right? And he came up with the word, they were smoking cannabis, right? Well, that wasn't going to work. So he changed the word to marijuana because it sounded more Latin. And in his newspapers, he was telling everybody that the Mexicans were coming in and raping white women. And they were smoking their marijuana, and they were getting all high and whacked out and raping white women. And he was putting this in his newspapers. He had other stories, too, where he said this young kid smoked some cannabis and went and axe murdered his entire family in Florida. He printed a bunch of stories like that, trying to make cannabis look really, really bad, and it worked. He hammered away at it, and by 1937, him and DuPont and the DuPont, Chemical Corporation, and Henry Anslinger, who was working in the government, they all conspired together to ban cannabis, which in turn made the hemp illegal, which in turn allowed William Randolph Hearst to keep cutting down forests, because that's so great for us today, that all he ever did was cut. I wonder how many trees he cut down, right? It was so great that we decided, and hemp could have been saving the planet all this time. So when you use the word marijuana, understand, you're supporting the man who's literally responsible for our extinction when we die, whatever year that is. It's because of William Randolph Hearst. He killed our planet. He killed our planet so he could print newspapers and lies about Mexicans and African Americans. So that's why you shouldn't use the word marijuana. You shouldn't use the word reefer, because he had a movie that he helped pay for called Reefer Madness to make cannabis look bad. You shouldn't use that. You shouldn't call it pot, because everybody knows you take a shit on the pot, and that's why they use that. Pot parties, pothead. Yeah, those are real positive. Weed, and of course dope. But nobody even calls it dope anymore. Because you come to find out that cannabis has all these amazing medical properties. So now you can go do your research. Now you go check out this book. It's called The Emperor Wears No Clothes by Jack Herer. All this information is in there. So go do your research. Go get as many sources. Go check out. There's a movie called Hemp for Life or something. Hemp to Win is the name of the movie. It's you can see it on YouTube. It's an amazing movie. It's an old black and white movie the United States government made. It's talking about how awesome hemp was. And then they made that like 1942 or something. And they had already banned frickin' cannabis in 1937. And they were still talking about how great hemp was. You never knew any of that, Grandpa? Now you know why I don't call it racist marijuana. Because I don't suck William Randolph Hearst's dick. No one should. No one should, except for Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace can continue to suck that dick. And she loves calling us all potheads and that marijuana and that weed, all smoking that weed. Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace. That old movie is hilarious. Seen it again the other day. I haven't really seen the movie. Reefer Madness. I've seen clips from it. Faster. Play it faster. Play it faster. Play it even faster. I'd like to watch the whole movie. I would. I'd like to see the propaganda bullshit. Because here we are. And I'm not dead yet. I've been doing this for 12 years, every day, on camera for 12 years. 3 times a day, getting healthier, feeling my blood pressure's been dropping. I'm on some blood pressure medication now, and my blood pressure is dropping nicely to the point where I'm not even worried about it anymore. That old movie's hilarious. Seeing again, the drug companies don't provide cures, but only treatment because they wouldn't have returning customers, greedy bastards, right? You know, I mean, right. Dolphins 88, I totally agree with you on that. Nope, never knew. Now I do. Well, you could take my word for it, brother. But I hope you seek it out a little bit from other places too, so you can see that the information is out there, and it needs to be repeated. Henry Ford was using it to spray the inside panels of metal, which was much lighter and made it so much stronger and durable. Hinnerak, wow, thanks, Nate, for the history lesson. Hinnerak, you're welcome. Melissa Birch, something from Nate. That's a good question to type into Google. Will it show the true history of cannabis? Well, I mean, you guys all say it leans left, so don't you think it would? Okay, Google. What's the history behind the word marijuana?
According to University of Washington, it was used in Mexico as early as 1840 for the plant called cannabis, and its linguistic origins are uncertain. Homophone for marijuana, uncertain origin, derived from Spanish marijuana, a non-native plant associated with other psychoactive plants known in Mexico, but potentially connected to a word for hemp used by.
You're right, it's bullshit. That's total bullshit. It says it was used in Mexico in 1840 for the plant called cannabis. No, it was used. The word marijuana was used for tobacco. Wild tobacco was called marijuana. Very, very closely. The word was very similar to marijuana. He took that word and made it into marijuana. You know, so this is wrong. You're correct. It's wrong. Google gets it wrong. Okay, Google. Did William Randolph Hearst change the name of marijuana and apply it to cannabis?
According to Medical Marijuana, Procon.org, William Randolph Hearst was an up-and-coming newspaper tycoon, owning 28 newspapers by the mid-1920s. Hearst then dropped the words cannabis and hemp from his newspapers and began a propaganda campaign against marijuana, following in Anslinger's footsteps.
Boom. Google, you just got to ask it the right question. That's true. That's what I just told you. Look, you guys, this is all available online, but it's secret. It's hidden. You got to know how to find it. I know you guys like codes and stuff like that. This is the Emperor Wears No... This is jackharrer.com, right? And you have to go to jackharrer.com and there won't be a link. But if you type this in, if you type in jackharrer.com / I believe Emperor, it'll pull it up. I'm going to find out if that's still there. That is not a publicized link anymore. HERRER. Sorry, this page can't be found. Okay, let me try this. Shit. No. It can't be. The whole title. No. Damn it, Jackie. Am I spelling it? Oh yeah, it's one R. HERER. Here. Dude! I found the whole book. It's jackharrer.com with one R, not two R's. I don't know why I thought there were two R's in Harrer. It's Harrer. It's Harrer. Here's the direct link. You guys can go right there. There's the book. There's the book. Emperor. There's the whole book. Just click on the links and you'll be able to read through all the text. But you have to use the back button because these pages were all unaffiliated from the website, but they forgot to delete the pages. So the data is still there. The book is still there. Dave C's like, I got it first try. Works. Cool. It's Emperor-3 actually, but if you type in Emperor, it'll take you there. Thank you, Dolphins. Big Pharma has its usefulness, but not for me unless I am dying. Hey, it's Big Pharma's working for me. It helps me with my heartburn. It helps me with my probiotic. It helps me with my blood pressure medication. So it's just like when you're getting facts and stuff on the internet and whatever. I mean, you don't have to take everything in, but for things that, you know, little pieces here and little pieces there, you should be willing, guys. Like if you've got high blood pressure and you have found no other way to control it, you can look into that, man, you know. I would recommend it. Look at these huge grapes I have. Look at these grapes.
There's both in unpacking.
All right. Bottom of the hour. Tula. Castor oil shrinks tumors, says Dolphins88. Those are the size of plums. Yeah, I know, they're very good. I keep getting booted, says Swayze. Yay. Just in time for bottom of the hour, not telling. What type of grapes are they? I could find out. I look on the bag. To be clearer, it's castor oil wraps, not taken internally. Oh, there you go, Dolphins88. I'm 64 and I take 7 pills a freaking day, Deer Slayer. Yeah, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, and a multivitamin and 4 gummies. So I take 4 oral pills and then 4 gummy bear pills too. So I take 8 pills a day. I don't even think about it. I just do it. I feel great. You know, when I start feeling sick, I'll let you know. Your green grapes are turning purple on your grapevines. Oh, you got grapevines. Grandpa's got grapevines. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. And bottom of the hour, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers,
Melissa,
cheers.
cheers. Tula, cheers. Jake, cheers. Dave, Fishing, cheers. Terry, Torito, cheers. No. When I used cannabis, it did not. I did a test on my show one day. Took my blood pressure. I smoked some cannabis. It lowered my blood pressure negligibly. Just a little bit. And then it only lowered my blood pressure for 5 minutes or less, and then it went right back to where it was. I tried that several times, and the cannabis did not lower my blood pressure. That's why I had to seek out. Dude, I was at risk of having a stroke or a heart attack, bro, big time. I had super high blood pressure. And it wasn't the show that was doing it to me. You know, when I talked to my doctor said that she feels that this show helps lower my blood pressure. And I was like, whatever. But she said you have to start taking your blood pressure every day. So I've been doing that. And you want to know something? And this is true. My blood pressure is several points lower after a show. It's got nothing to do with the cannabis. And it's got everything to do with me just blowing off steam and processing, you know? I need to check my grapes. Birds usually get them, but my son put fake black snakes on them. Melissa, I would research some natural remedies. Cool idea. Yeah, let's turn on the chat. I don't know where it is. Kind of lost it. God, I got some sun today, huh? Holy shit.
Never flaunt your knowledge. Instead, let them slowly figure it out themselves. Equals respect.
That's awesome.
Cheers. Deerslayer, 1959. Cheers again. Melissa Birch, 755.
Clink. Did you hear that? Clink. Did it go clink? What am I smoking? Berate thy plate. I'm smoking, I think I'm going to smoke again. Actually. I'm doing dabs of OG Kush concentrate. I mean, I got a lot in there. I think I might just heat this and see if it... Heating this all around. Trying to get a nice even heat on it and wait till that oil starts bubbling up nice. Let's see if that works, right? Cheers. No Laurie Garney cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, bro.
I don't know if this is going to hit or not. Oh, yeah, it's hitting. Yeah. Yep. I got a hit there. Oh, my goodness. Man, I wonder how many hits I could get like that. That was actually a good, very relaxing dab, man. Fights cancer and diabetes as well. So, okay, so what is a dab? We're doing a dab of oil, which is when you look at cannabis flower, if you look at it close enough, it's got little crystals on it. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not. but I can kind of show you here with this cherry pie. Here, check this out. You see you see where it looks fuzzy on the outside a little bit? It almost looks like it was dipped in sugar, like it was sticky, and then you dipped it in like something granular, almost like sand. But actually what that is, here, let me see if I can even make that. There we go. Oops. It's not really a clear view right here. Here, let me do a couple of things here. Give me a second. Here we go. Here, let's do it like here. Here and here. There we go. There we go. So everywhere, all over this bud, there is these little sugary looking, if you look close enough, you'll see there's these crystals. Those are called trichomes. And what trichomes are, they're these cool things. They look like little stems with balls at the end. It's a nice big ball on the end of each one too. They're really cool looking, and they're microscopic. They look like little hairs with balls on the end, and they're clear, and they're completely composed of oil. And there's millions of those on every bud. And there's numerous methods that will just strip those trichomes, that oil, off of that flower. And once you do that, and you do enough of it, you end up concentrating those, and you get all different kinds of forms of different concentrates. I've got a whole bunch here to show you. I've got a whole plate full, all different kinds. If I set the camera up and I just grab these, I can show you different ones here. Here's one. And you can see the difference between something like this, right? And then something like this right here. And that is just a massive amount of those crystals just all gathered together. And it makes like a gooey paste. Some people call it wax. Some people call it oil. Some people call it shatter, depending on the consistency of it. There's diamonds, and there's terp sauce, and we could just go on and on and on with all the different kinds of concentrates. And there's on and on with different kinds of ways to extract those concentrates too. There's many different ways to extract it. And that each one of those different techniques will render a different quality, a different type of a product with a different consistency. I'm gonna smoke some of that, the stuff I just showed you. It's this Gary Payton. This is from my friend Pinoy Grower. That bud is cherry pie, the bud that I showed you. Making it brighter in here. Okay. Going to head out, Nay. Going to get some rest. I don't want to push it and cause a relapse. Okay, Grandpa, you take care. I saved a couple of bees that were in the pool today, honeybees. Domesticated bees.
Bees are dying all over the world, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. Grandpa, feel better and get that rest and stay hydrated, brother. So is that oil that is in the gummies? Terry Torito. No, not, well, yeah. The gummies that you've heard of, the CBD gummies and stuff, yes, it comes from concentrated cannabis. Like a tincture usually or something. But like I said, there's all different kinds of concentrates, and tincture is one of them. Lol, I just noticed your be nice to your audience note. Hilarious. Doesn't always work out. So when I'm screaming at you guys, someone should say, yo, Nay, there's something up there on your shoulder. What is that behind you, bro? And I'll be like, Grandpa, go to sleep. Stop watching. I know you're here. I know you're still watching. Go to sleep. So is it that oil? He's going to laugh. He's going to be like, dude. So is that oil that is in gummies? Sleep well, Grandpa. Lol, I just noticed you're being nice to your audience. Okay, yes, usually RSO. No, not RSO. That's Rick Simpson oil. No, not RSO. It's different. RSO is good for as a base for all kinds of shit. It's good by itself too, but no, they don't necessarily put RSO in the gummies. And the reason why is because RSO tastes like shit. You know? You don't want to be eating that shit. It's not going to make your gummies taste good. Tincture doesn't have a flavor to it. Keef has very little flavor to it. And there are other sorts of, like even like a BHO and things like that you would be able to use that would not taste like yucky RSO. But RSO is great for cancer treatments. Absolutely. Wish we could all talk. Swayze, Discord, you're more than welcome. It's open. Me and Cyber are in there right now. None of you want to, not a single one of you has joined the Discord. As many times I've given you guys the link. You guys won't come. I mean, you always say, I wish we had a place where we could talk. I wish we had this. I wish we had that. Cyber's got that place. Cyber can talk. Could all talk. Night, Grandma. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Grandpa. We think it's time to go. Grandpa, I used to be nice to your audience, lol. I used to be nice. I used to hashtag be nice to your audience, lol. California Tiki and the skies are gray. Magnesium from Dolphins 88. I'm not sure I have it. Swayze. Not sure you have what? I'm not sure I have a dab in my lungs yet. That's what I'm not sure about. Do you like the way I'm a wordsmith, bro. I'm like smithing out on the words. These grapes are so big you have to eat them half at a time. Yo, Grant, what's up, buddy? We will miss Jane sometimes. Dude, nobody... What? No. 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 Not even. Not even a little bit. Come on, bro.
Hey, Nick.
Dekine Brew putting his fat foot in his fucking mouth right now. I'm glad I got the chat off. I'm glad I got it off screen, too. Good. Fuck that shit. You fucking dude, why you gotta open up your fat fucking mouth, Kind Brew? Why you gotta ruin a good time? We're having a good time. Why you gotta be a little bitch? Let me know. Let me know why you gotta be a little bitch. God damn, dude. Really? Dude, the kind. Bringing shit up. Bringing shit up that don't need to be brought up. Lobster.
Feeling better, Cyber?
No, not really, man. I mean, it's a little better, you know, but I'm definitely still in a lot of pain, man. Yeah. Probably gonna be for a few weeks. If not months.
I don't know.
How are you doing then?
What's that, Cyber?
Oh, I was asking Nick how he was doing.
Oh, right. I'm heating up right now. I should try to hit this again, man, just to see.
What happened last week?
Nick got COVID.
Oh, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, imagine, man. God damn, bro.
I had a freaking damn near 104 for a whole day. I could just go down. And then my body's still recovering.
I wonder if Grandpa has a temperature. He said he was getting the cold sweats and shit.
It was, bro, it was so weird. Usually when I run a fever, I'll get sweaty. But I didn't, not one drop of sweat. That whole time I was real high fever.
Wow.
But I had to piss every 10 minutes. I had to piss. It was wild.
Oh, that's why you weren't sweating, because it was going out through your urine instead of your sweat glands.
I guess.
That makes sense. That's
When I
crazy.
woke up on Wednesday, I kind of felt it coming on because I just had this weird state of confusion. And it gradually got worse. I was like, what the fuck's going on, man? And then Wednesday, bro, my alarm clock went off to get up and go to work, and I couldn't lift my head. I felt like I was laying on lava. It was insane.
Do you guys see what Billy Ballantyne put in the Rumble chat? He says, fun fact, Nay's shirt was given to him by the CIA when he caused the Exxon Valdez oil spill. I'm still proud of him about that. Billy. Oh, Billy. So silly, that Billy.
Oh, Billy.
What about that chat read back?
Sways. I need to check my grades.
Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Nick.
Birds usually
Cheers,
get them,
Grant.
but my son put fake black snakes on them.
Big Mouth Grant.
Real WH
Cheers,
Grandpa.
Grandpa family.
At Territory.
Everybody that's on the Kick. Cheers.
I have no idea.
6 viewers on
I
Kick.
bought
Cheers.
grapevines several years ago. I don't know what king they are, but they're delicious. Real WH Grandpa. Kind. Dolphins _88. Melissa, I would research some natural remedies. Territorito. Young Grandpa. Deerslayer 1959. Edge Sways. Cool idea. Melissa Birch 755. Dolphins, I am going to. I read something about magnesium being a natural remedy, but haven't had time to deep dive. Heinrich. Lemon water lowers BP2. Dolphins _88.
Lemon water.
I used to have Concord grapevines wrapped around RHE porch. The bees were awful, but the grapes were awesome. Melissa Birch 755. Heinrich, good to know. Sways. Magnesium is an amazing thing to take. Prevents heart issues by 77%. Sways.
I'm taking it.
But you need to be hydrated or it doesn't work.
Probably in
Sways.
my multivitamin, I'm sure.
Fights cancer and diabetes as well. Territorito. Okay, so what is a dab? Melissa Birch 755. JJJ, I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing.
The magnesium
Token Tony Z.
does that. Well, I don't have
Cheers
no
to everyone.
restless fucking knees no more.
Everyone. Nautilin. Cheers. Nautilin. Nice bud. Dolphins _ 88.
Thank you.
There are more than one type of magnesium. I forget which one is better, but if you research, it should tell you the difference. But great info, JJJ. Deer
Yeah,
Slayer
all magnesium
1959.
is not the same.
Don't you make some? Thought you did.
Magnesium citrate.
Nick the Stick 01.
Yeah, I was dealing with
Yum.
some severe fucking
Real
restless
WH
legs.
grandpa.
It was in my knees. I could not
Going to head out
fucking
May.
sit down. I could not.
Going to get some
It
rest.
was no matter what
I don't
did,
want to
could
push
take
it.
a fucking walk for an hour, come back, sit down for 5 minutes, and it would start again. Then my doctor told me I should eat some magnesium tablets. I said, yeah, I eat vitamins all day, man, every day. I said, yeah, but it has to be some special magnesium, and he wrote something down, and I picked up and bought them, and 2 days after I stopped dealing with it. So it definitely worked.
What's this? Magnesium citrate. I could be wrong though.
Say again?
Magnesium citrate. I think it's the one they prescribe you. I could be wrong.
Push it and cause a relapse. Sways. I have the magnesium 250 milligrams. Says you can take up to 500 or so, depending on the needs. Territorito.
Yeah, I started on 500.
So is it that oil that is in gummies?
250 now. The
Territorito.
first month I was on 500.
Sleep well, Grandpa. Dolphins _ 88. LOL, I just noticed you're being nice to your audience note. Hilarious. Token Tony Z.
I love you.
Yes,
Get
usually
better,
RSO.
so,
Heinrich. Good night, Grandpa. Rest well. Dolphins _ 88. GN be well, Grandpa. Sways. Wish we could all talk. Nick the Stick 01. GN Grandpa. Nautilin. Night Grand. Deer Slayer 1959. Good night, Grandpa. Territorito. Oh, okay. Thanks. Nautilin. Grandpa. Nick the Stick 01. I used to hashtag be nice to your audience, LOL. California Tiki. Nay, smiling face with hearts.
Hi, Tiki.
Dolphins _ 88. https://healthnews.com/nutrition/vitamins-and-supplements/magnesium-types- and benefits.
Dash.
I'm not sure I have it. Sways. Discord. Mormor 0203. Good night, Grandpa. The Valentine Collection. Yeah, I can be nice, but I have a limit. I tend to give what I get. Sways. You won't want me on there. Sways. You wear that shirt on purpose? California Tiki.
You wear that shirt on purpose?
I'm always nice until I'm pushed into the corner. Then the scorpion
because I
sting
was out in the
comes out
sun
face with
today,
tears
so
of
I want to
joy.
wear a white shirt.
Sways. I'm a Scorpio too. Sways. I keep getting kicked. Jazzy 0. Hi, Nay. Grandpa is much better smiling face with hearts.
Hey, Jazzy.
Territorito. Be back shortly. Deer Slayer 1959.
And I'm a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus. You get the horns. Sways. California Tiki what day? Dolphins _ 88. Keep getting kicked from where? I've been having some issues with Rumble, but no one else was, so I thought it was just my older phone. Sways. Geesh Deer Slayer.
God damn, look how big this
Heinrich.
screen is.
Same here, Deer Slayer.
I'm a very
Token Tony
I'm a
Z.
very tiny man.
Cheers. The Valentine Collection. Fun fact, May's shirt was given to him by the CIA when he caused the Exxon Valdez oil spill. I'm still proud of him about that. Sways. The room freezes. His video freezes. The chat keeps going. Montana Skies.
Yeah, mine does
I'm
that
nice until you
sometimes,
mess
too.
with my kids or grandkids. Then you get Mama Bear. Sways. Ha 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 ha, Valentine. Jazzy 0. 61 viewers on here. Dolphins _ 88. Yes, that is what happens. I keep refreshing page. I haven't had issues during this show here. But others, lick Wendy Bell. Sways. Put us together, and we have more than an MD. The Valentine Collection. Okay, I'll spit some Q shit to fit in. We can fly, you know. Just jump off a cliff and say one down and you'll fly.
Shut up, Billy.
Gotta be E right wing though. California Tiki. Cheers, friends. White wine slushies on tap. Sways. Yes, Billy.
Schways.
Heinrich. Turning in, folks. 4 o'clock comes early. Good night, all. Sways. Billy, do you have higher ascensions? The Valentine Collection.
Dude, Grandpa and Billy got into it.
Sways is a decent dude.
I
Worth a look and
so
acceptance.
knew that was going to happen.
California Tiki.
Yeah, it was just a matter of
I
time.
identify as a woman, just so you know. Jazzy Zero.
Not too many more people.
Did you grow your grapes?
Will I let
Sways.
disrespect someone as
Yes.
important?
I've been sun gazing.
But Billy's got fucking carte
Started to
blanche,
see auroras,
motherfucker.
but it's a moment after. Subscribe.
Billy's one of us,
0/200. 1 hour, 52
He's
minutes,
one of the
and 58
narratives
seconds.
in here.
The quartering. 9 hours ago. Trump arsonist caught. Spock's new social credit system. Elon Musk's harebrained idea and more. 97.3K.
She says your name wrong?
3K. 87. 55:09. Ben Shapiro. 7 hours ago. ID, you grow your grapes? Sways. Yes.
Oh, just Sways.
I've been sun gazing W
Is
feet
that
in the dirt.
Swayze?
Started to see auroras, but it's a moment after. Sways. She says it wrong.
She's an idiot.
The Valentine Collection. The injecting bleach makes you true. Subscribe. 0/200. 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 58
Bless
seconds.
America.
The quartering.
Stop. Idiot.
Quartering. 9 hours ago.
Shut up.
Trump arsonist caught. Spock's news.
Bitch.
Remnants of Hurricane
There's
Hillary
no
are showing
way
up
in
now
it.
as a light drizzle.
Rumble chat.
Sways.
Go in with the regular
Yes.
chat, is there?
Nays Garden. Patrick Swayze.
Dude,
Grandma Gardner.
it's spelled the same
Hi,
way,
WH
dude.
Grandpa Friends.
How come she can say Patrick
Sways.
Swayze, but she says
Yes, like Patrick
Sways?
Swayze. California Tiki.
She's an idiot.
Hello, Grandma Gardner. Person raising hand,
All
medium
right,
light
so-
skin tone, female
Because
side.
you didn't put a space.
Subscribe.
I bet you if you put
14/200.
if you put a space
1 hour.
between the J and the Sways, she'd probably say Swayze. You might have to put a capital S. Here, let's just try that.
One hour. Mug Gardner, person raising hand, medium light skin tone, female sign. Nays Garden. Swayze. Sways. LOL.
If you just type the name with a capital, she pronounces it correctly then too. Do you know that Michael Haskey literally changed his name on YouTube so she would say his name right? Because she used to say Michael Haskey Hakes or something.
Hasty.
And he was like, he went back out and he put HAS_KEY. So she'll go Michael Haskey. Without losing your feeds. Yeah, I believe on Rumble, you could change your name in the in your profile as many times as you want, I believe. But we better make sure that it'll do it with a lowercase.
LOL. Swayze. Swayze.
Nope.
Subscribe.
It'll work lowercase. As alone, standalone, lowercase, it works. So if you want her to start saying your name right, that'd be hilarious if you did that. Just so your name is being pronounced right. You're like, I don't care what my name was. You're like, I came up with JJJ Swayze because the other ones were taken or whatever, you know. You go JJJ _ Swayze. Or like Dolphins 88 does. Dolphins _ 88. I think there's more options if you have a PC. Oh yeah, probably. You got to get into your account. You can probably click on your picture in the right corner or something to get there, I would think. Yeah, you click on it, then it says account options. You scroll down to account options. And I got all my shit right there. And your name, I don't know where your name comes up at.
Watch.
I don't know where it comes up at. But it's got to be in there. I didn't see it, but it's got to be in those settings somewhere. Hell yeah. 48. What's that? What does that mean with my math? If it's almost 50 there, then it would be like 11 people watching. Because 11 times 4 is 44. So.
We should smoke.
11 or 12. Okay. 11 or 12, I'm thinking. Elon Musk admits Twitter may be failing under his leadership. They didn't call it X. They called it Twitter. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god. All right. You're ready over there?
Yeah, I'm packed.
All right, guys. Wow. Police rescue woman found chained to floor inside Louisville home. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Pretty good now? Yeah. I got a bunch of That was hard. Look at that boy. Which window should kick out? Where you see a ladder at? Is anybody else in there? He did what? Is he Hispanic?
He's got her chained up in there, bro. He's got her chained inside the room.
Jesus Christ.
Can you fucking believe? Look at that. She bolted to the floor.
But there's no one else in here, right?
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
So all cops are bad? All cops are bad? I don't think so. These are some good cops right here. They did a good thing, man. They worked on this case for 2 days. She was chained to the freaking house, dude. It's freaking crazy. This just came out 1 hour ago.
The worst part is that's probably not a one-off, you know. We fucking heard of that multiple times, you know. Shit like that happen.
Hello?
Fucking women running fucking naked down the street after they escaped and shit like that. I mean...
Yo, Mr. Chang. I don't know about Mr. Chang.
What's good? Hold on, I gotta grab something real quick.
What's that? Pinoy?
That's Pinoy.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Nice, bro. That's fucking nice. Look at that, guys. I wonder if this image will improve. It seems like it's a little fuzzy. Can he turn up his... Oh, maybe it's the camera he's using. I wonder what he's using.
What happened?
Nothing, bro. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's the new camera, my new camera, dude, and my new angle of my new house, my new area of my new house.
What camera are you using? What kind of a camera is it?
It's E-Meet camera. Yeah, it's an E-Meet HD 1080p wide. It's like literally for like streaming and like FaceTiming people. That's why it's so clear. You see how clear it is? Look, I'll turn
Bro,
the light
for
on.
me, it's not clear.
What?
It's really low quality for me, bro. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's a setting. It might be a setting I have in Discord that I might have to turn up so I can see you in higher quality. Let me check my settings in Discord because let me look at you. Yeah, with your connection, bro, you should be clearer than that. Totally. You should be totally more clear. I mean...
On my screen, on my camera, I'm a little, like, laggy. I can see it just lag a little bit.
No, there's no lag. I don't see lag. It's just low. It's like, I think it might be me, so let me just check my settings here. Is there like a setting, voice and video? Is there like a quality setting? Video settings, camera, advanced audio, codec. Okay, open, provide hardware acceleration, A1 video. No. It's voice, automatic gain. High packet priority. High packet priority. Is that it? The packets is turned to high priority. All right, here, let's do high packet priority. Maybe that was it. That's cool. Attenuation when you speak. That's cool, dude. If you're playing music, it'll lower the music while you're talking.
That's hella lit.
Dude, I'm gonna try that. So like when you guys are chatting in the chat, it'll lower your chat like Cyber starts to talk. That'd be cool as shit. Okay. Show warning in Discord. Okay, that's there's no more. I don't see any more quality settings. Let me just click on him now. Message, mute, add friend. Yeah. What else? Rules, move to show. No. What about the room? Does the room have like a? Does the room have a quality setting in it or something? Permissions, invites, integrations. No, it doesn't, man.
Looks fine to me. You look fine to me. You can.
Dude, it's on video quality auto, bro. There's a 720p setting. Save changes. Here, let me see.
You have Nitro, right? You should have a.
If you're a Nitro, if you got Nitro, then your shit should be crispy. Everything should be. Crispy.
I don't know if I have Nitro.
I don't have Nitro.
I don't know how to check that. I don't even know if I have
it's
it.
Something you pay for. It's something you pay for in Discord. It's like a subscription or whatever.
Maze Garden.
It will. Well.
Yeah, server boost. Would it be under there?
No, if you're clicking the cogwheel out there, the Nitro should be right over where it has server boost, right over. If you have it, it will send Nitro out there.
What? Okay.
I fully bought a year of Nitro. I wanted to buy 1 month, and I bought a year.
You said it's where?
When you click the little cogwheel, when you're out in the settings, it should be right up top of server boost, under friend request and over server boost.
Oh, it says Nitro. It says server settings Nitro, streamer mode enabled. So I guess I've got it. It's because it says it, right?
Hold on 1 second, man.
No, I think you buy it out there. I guess. I mean.
I gotta get water.
Maybe,
scroll all the way down when you're out there, and then you can even subscribe. Or at mine it says current plan, but I guess that will be a subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Nitro Basic and then 1 Nitro and $9.99 a month.
It just says Nitro, and I can click on it, but nothing happens. It just says Nitro.
You cannot.
Already subscribed then.
Oh, I'm already subscribed to it. Then I'm on Nitro. Then I'm all nitroed up. It might be in my open broadcaster setting too. He's
Let's get it going.
He's definitely. I mean, bro, you're clear enough, definitely for a good show for sure.
Yeah, but no, there's something wrong because.
But there's something up. I mean, it's totally doable. Benoit, don't get me wrong. You look good. It's just that I think there's something that we could make better, and it might be your camera, but I don't think it's your camera. Your camera's putting out 1080p, unless.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah, he don't look like that in my end at all, bro.
What kind of a computer are you using?
A pre-built.
Is it a nice one with a good processor, a good video card and shit?
Yeah, I got a 2080 GeForce RTX.
Oh, bro. Are you wired into the frickin' to the router in there, or are you using Wi-Fi?
There's nowhere to plug an Ethernet cord in.
Oh, there is.
At that router.
No, there is. It's on the pigtail, bro. It's on the pigtail coming in from the satellite. It's stupid as fuck. But look on the cable. There's another thing.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Or did you get a new router? Dude, he's Wi-Fiing in. And bro, if you had a Wi-Fi antenna on your PC, it would help immensely. So that's it.
Dude, it's right here, look.
Wait. Leave it right there. Put it as close to right there as you can. Like without it being in your way.
Alright.
Okay, and we'll just see if that improves it.
My camera kind of got better.
Bro, I'm telling you. It's about that Wi-Fi connection. When you go to a cabled connection, and listen, if that pigtail is gone, that pigtail should not be gone, but it's possible, I guess. Yeah, it's like on the plug. It's on one of the wires. There should be a place where you can plug a USB thing in. It's so stupid. Because Elon Musk is a dick. Instead of just putting it on the router.
I do see it. Where does the Ethernet cord go that's in the coming out of the wall in this room?
What's that?
There's a Ethernet
Bro,
cord coming
that
out
goes
of the
into
wall.
and that goes through the wall, and it goes through the kitchen, then it comes out in the breakfast room, I think. Or that might be the one that goes to the TV set. Where you're sitting out there in the living room. But did you see the pigtail I was talking about?
Yeah, I just plugged in that Ethernet that's coming out of the wall.
Awesome.
And I'm looking for the other
Awesome,
end.
bro. Awesome. Listen,
I'm looking for the other end.
That cable, yes, it could come out behind your desk there in the corner where there's a hole in the wall, and there's a whole bunch of cables in there. That might be where it comes out at. God, if he finds that Ethernet cable, dude, that's 100-foot Ethernet cable.
Yeah, I don't see it back
We
here.
used
It's black, and there's no Ethernet cables back here that are
bro
black.
in the wall. Like, could it be inside the wall? In the hole?
Inside the wall?
Yeah, like pushed in there.
No, there's nothing like that.
Okay.
I don't see it in there.
Is there a cable?
let me just-
Is there a cable running through, like, kind of like the kitchen, like over the sink? That like
hold on
it's
1 second.
coming out where the.
Water for my girl real quick. Hey, is there water down here so I can make some rice, like bottled water? Let me get some bottled water for the rice.
What, you don't like that fucking water coming out of your tap, bro? It's some of the greatest water in the world.
Yeah, well water.
Bro.
There's some stuff like
You can't hear me.
water.
Panoy.
Yo, I can hear you.
Bro, the water coming out of your tap is some of the finest water you're going to find anywhere in the world. You know, our water purification system is some of the finest water you're going to find anywhere in the world. We've got the perfect pH.
Now there's some type of sediment coming up out of the water. Like you can see it floating in the water. It's like some black, like sediment, almost like a sandy type of consistency.
Dude, is there a leak? There's got to be a leak.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Check this out. At some point, see if you can get a parts per million meter and let me know what the reading is on that water coming out in the kitchen from the tap.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what that shit is.
Oh. Yeah, I see the 100-foot cord. I don't know if it'll make it to my
Bro, did you find the freaking Ethernet cord?
Yeah, I found the Ethernet cord. This
Dude.
Ethernet cord goes to...
It's the
So I could plug this into a router.
No, that plugs into your computer, the back of your computer. You should have an Ethernet out somewhere on your computer. Okay. Hopefully. You know, some computers only Wi-Fi out, like if it's a laptop. It should have an Ethernet port right next to the freaking HDMI output on it. Hopefully.
Okay.
But if it's a...
Mine does, definitely.
Dude, you plug in Ethernet, bro. You plug in Ethernet to that shit, bro. Your connection's going to improve 60-70%. Because Wi-Fi in that house is a bitch because of the fireplace, that stone fireplace. It totally blocks the Wi-Fi signal.
Okay. Alright.
Iceman's here, everybody.
Hey, Ice.
Iceman.
Michael.
Yes, me.
What's up?
What's up, brother? We missed you, bro.
Oh, it's bedtime.
So if it says there's 25 watching, it means there's only like 6 people here in the Rumble.
I just need to slide it under that.
How many ones can I get in my Rumble chat right now? I guarantee you won't even be half of 25. Everybody in Rumble, and they're going to be able to answer me in 1 minute. In 1 minute, everybody just hit the 1. And if you can, okay, there goes Nick. If you guys can hit 1 in my chat in the Rumble, let's see how many people. It says 25. I'm saying it's going to be, my guess is going to be 6. 6 people, tops. What strain? It's strain, Toon Geek. Strain, like when you strain your wrist. S-T-R-A-I-N, not strand. A strand is like a hair. Like, that's a strand of hair. Strain, this is cherry pie. I grew it in Northern California. Don't make an account. It says 27. Yeah, whatever. It says 27, Tiki. You gonna believe it? You believe everything that the computer tells you? Let's see how many ones we can get. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 ones. What did I say? It was gonna be 6. I said it was gonna be 6.
Yeah, you said 6.
I count 5.
You might not even get to 6.
I wish Grandpa was here to see that. So let's smoke some of this cherry pie. Let's say no law regarding cannabis, Cyber. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you have water now, Pinoy.
Go.
Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Nick. Cheers, Toon Geek and Iceman and Dave Fishing and California Tiki and Grandma Gardner and JJJ Swayze, Token Tony Z, Root for Rumble, and Trundy Hutch over there on the kick. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody.
The woman that works here at night, Marie, every time this woman comes over here, this dog has to go over there and say hello to her. He loves her so much. He doesn't do that to everybody. Grandma Gardner made an account just for me. Grandma Gardner, thank you so much. I so appreciate that so much. Dave Fishing put up a Beasler emote from the kick. My dog, the Beasel, the bees. Call me the bees. When in that song "Call Me the Breeze" that I play on by Leonard Skinner on the guitar, they use a sound. It's called like a chorus or a phaser or a flanger. It's probably a flanger sound, and you can hear it. It kind of like breathes when they play. And I wonder if they use that on any other songs or if it's just that one song that they use that effect on.
I like what the bass does on It's funny you say that. I just started to listen to that song a few days ago. Remember I said I was listening to a lot of Dio? That led me down to, I totally forgot, but he used to sing in Black Sabbath. So I was listening to the Mob Rules album, and the song The Mob Rules, the bass have a flanger on it, and he also used a wall on it. It sounds so fucking insanely fucking cool, dude.
I wonder why nobody else does that. I mean, dude.
And so it's not the Mob Rule, it's Sign of the Southern Cross. He does it. Through the whole song, Sign of the Southern Cross, he used that effect. It is mind-blowing awesome, bro.
I went and I saw two bands. I saw the Ox Project's new band, and I saw another band my friend Billy was in. The bass player in one of these bands was fucking using an effect that was doing string sounds and other shit. It was fucking awesome, man. It gave a whole... I thought somebody was in there on a keyboard. And it turns out it was the bass of the guitar, the bass effect. He had fucking special effects on the bass. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my buddy has special effects on his bass. It was kind of wild.
All right. It takes 10 followers to go live. No, I think it. What did they change that? It used to take 100 to go live on Rumble. When did they change that? Root for Rumble.
I never could go live on Rumble because when I signed up, it took 100 subs or something like that, right? Before I could go live.
How many? Let's see. Root for Rumble said it takes 10. Let me just see something here.
Then they set it down from 10 to 100.
Dude, Root for Rumble's been going live, and he's only got fucking 67 followers. So Root for Rumble, you're not paying $10 a month to Rumble? He's got to be paying. It's $10 a month. But he says no, he's not paying. How is that possible?
I mean, I would imagine it would probably set it down because YouTube changed the rules with live also. Because you usually should have thousands of subs on YouTube to be able to live stream, right? I can live stream now with those subs, so they changed the rules.
Spaced Out just said that too. They changed it. Right on Spaced Out one. Bug Biden. 1, 2, 3, 4. They playing commercials on your intro now, man.
We're gonna go and over, alright?
Buck Biden, what, they're monetizing me? Is that what you're telling me? Dude, how clear is Pinoy's camera now? It's not the quality of my camera. But, you know, if he's 1080p and we can have him at 720, I mean, he should be fairly clear. I think when he switches completely from Wi-Fi, we're going to see a huge difference. He's just got to get an Ethernet cable to that fucking router. And there's 2 Ethernet cables in there that are 100 foot. They go through the walls. He's just got to find them both. Unless, you know, Mark pulled it out or something, which is possible.
Come down, Smokes.
I don't smoke.
No, I'm talking about Opossum. He was sick with me.
Dude, do you see what Buck Biden is saying in the chat? Buck Fine is saying, I got a commercial on my intro of my video when he came in, and he just said, for one of the Rumble sponsors, so you should get paid. There's a Rumble sponsor video, I guess an ad that played that he saw. Is that what you're talking about? It made me watch one of the intros. I share the link everywhere, says Buck51234. That's crazy, you know, if the show gets more exposure, you know, I'm all for that. You know, I'm sitting here looking at the screen and I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is right there. It's so funny. Oh, it's a YouTube video pause. Okay, I got it. Cool. I'm like, what is this screen right here, man? Why is that there? It's kind of unnecessary. That's kind of cool right there. Interesting. We could put a... Dude, does this have the fucking fade on it too? Can you do that on a camera? Oh shit. It does. I didn't know that. Oh, that's fucking cool, dude. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so there's the camera like fucking blended in. My side view blended in, man. That's kind of sporty and cool, man. That'll be cool for smoke rings. Oh yeah, man, I love it. Buckfine, yeah. Did anyone else have to? It would be great if I could just click on your names and follow, but I don't work that way. I have to type in your stuff, California. You know, when you log into to watch a show, it makes you watch the commercial, no problem with it. Root for Rumble, Rumble Rack. You can pick your own sponsors, advertisers for your show. You gaining followers, brother, says Buck Fiden. Dude, last I checked, I was at 957 followers. I have to off-screen to do all. You can go paid on Rumble. They will help optimize your streams, tags, etc. It's pay to play. Yeah, but I'm not advertiser-friendly content. I'm non-advertiser-friendly content.
What?
Billy Ballantyne makes me non-advertiser-friendly content.
I never.
No, I don't.
Billy Ballantyne, whose volume is getting louder as we speak.
No, I don't.
He totally makes me non-advertiser-friendly content.
I do not. The only thing that hurts that is that you just talked about that one time. He's still just pissed off about that one time when I flattened my balls in front of the camera and I made my penis talk.
Mm-hmm. Iceman says cheers to that, I guess.
You guys want to see my penis talk?
Definitely not that. He's saying cheers
Okay,
to
well.
smoking some cannabis.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, Cyber. You ready to smoke?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Cheers, Nick and Billy and Ice,
Cheers,
Dave
guys.
Fishing, Hoot and Howl, Buck Fight, Token Tony Z, Root for Rumble, Free by the Sea, Hey Free by the Sea, Dave Fishing, Trendy Hutch.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, man. Cheers, Cyber. Hey, Nate, do you realize Cyber's the smartest motherfucker that you know? It's subtle, but he is.
I'm not. Trust me. I'm a dumb motherfucker, dude. That smoked and fucking junked my brain away. Trust me. I'm not that smart.
Every time bullshit goes down, you're the first to say something. You're like, that's stupid.
Here comes Rogan. Come on in, buddy.
here we go. I'll do that tonight. How about that? Okay. You got real mad at me last time that I didn't do this. So
wait.
I'll do it tonight.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Because everybody loves Billy. So if you guys are all wondering who Billy Valentine is, there he is. He's a sweet. He's a big sweetheart, and we love him. We've loved him for years.
Oh, I shouldn't have done this because now I'm gonna make my penis talk eventually.
He's a very nice guy, and he's and the thing you don't realize about this guy, mutton chops. And the other thing you don't realize about this guy is he's very talented in many, many, many ways. And I love to tell people how talented he is. And another thing that you don't know about this guy is he's also very intelligent. And he's got like insight and like a sixth sense. And he's really good at reading people and like seeing shit before it happens. He's like a Nostradamus, if you will. A Nostradamus, if you will.
It's not hard, Ned. You just like, if someone comes up to you in a trench coat, you're like, fuck you. That's all you gotta do. Stuff like that. Like, you're like, hey man, you wanna see my penis? You say no.
I'm not down with the trench coat, that's for sure, man. In fact, I saw somebody wearing a trench coat, and I was like, why are you doing that? Makes you look evil. What is up with the trench thing, man? I don't like the look. He makes you look like Darth Vader. It's like a Darth Vader thing.
I want a smoking jacket. I was like, man, smoking jackets are cool. I could do like weird story videos with this smoking jacket.
Yeah, you could.
And I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, what the fuck?
The world's most interesting man. You know? The world's most interesting man.
And and I was like, oh, I'll do like circus stories with a smoking jacket, like Hugh Hefner. And I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, that's douchey. Threw it out.
Buck Fine says this is becoming another ritual. Which ones?
You're the ones you started from seed. I've been so intrigued.
Do you want to know what's so crazy that you just happened to ask that today? Because today, I water them every day. I do. I water them every day. And I know they have to go into filtered pot eventually, but, I've just been watering a little bit, keeping them alive, keeping them going, and waiting for the ones outside to really start growing, which they've been doing. And, they started exploding all of a sudden, dude. I've got massive big leaves on me. Let me go grab a couple and I'll show you. It was not like this yesterday. And then all of a sudden today, there's
I can't see you, by the way.
Oh, you can't?
I'll look at the show. I'll just look at the show.
Bro, I could turn... Oh, I don't know if I could turn my... Nah.
No, your camera's dedicated. I'll just look at the show.
Yeah, it's stupid. Okay. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Check this out. This has got to be the slowest growing plant. The citrus tree grows so slow. In Florida sunlight with daily watering, I've never seen something grow so slow. And I'm not just talking about these, Billy. I'm talking about the ones that are out there in the yard under the freaking sun getting the sprinkler. And the remember, you told me get one that's already fruiting, get a clone. You said I'd get one that's already going. And I'm like, right? I'm like, yeah, so I get one, dude. And it does, for the first 2 months it's in the ground, it doesn't do a single freaking thing. And I thought it was going to just die. It just sat there with gnarled leaves.
How's that look? Plugged in.
What's that?
Plugged in.
Oh, whoa, bro. Dude. You're plugged in, bro.
Plugged in.
Pinoy. Hold on, buddy.
Yeah.
I am super plugged.
Okay, I'm just going to check.
Butt plugged. I am
Bro.
plugged.
Bro. I can read your freaking shirt. I can see your tats, bro. Your tats are totally clear. Yes, bro, it's good. It's a little hard. It's gonna settle in. I think it'll like you'll find the right settings, but that's way better.
Oh yeah, it's a lot clearer, bro.
I was super fucking jealous of Pinoy's teeth because I asked my dentist when I first started getting my teeth.
Oh, he doesn't have his teeth in, bro. You can't be talking about his teeth when he doesn't have them in.
Well, oh yeah, that's true. I wanted permanence like that, and he's like, "All right," and the motherfucker just started giving me porcelain, fucked me over big time. Like I got the gold, we got the coverage, we got the gold, and he's just like, "Okay, whatever, bitch," and just gave me white teeth. That kind of pissed me off.
Bro, these are literally growing bigger than the ones outside.
You gotta go to a actual grill place and have them make you a mold, and then they'll give you all 32 of your gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? And then you take those and take them to the dentist, and then the dentist puts them on for you.
Okay. That's some bullshit, though. Man, if someone were smart, they would get with a dentist and be like, "Hey, man, push my shit." And then when somebody says the word gold, they'd be like, "I got you." And then you wouldn't have to go through all those hoops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've definitely a lot of hoops to go through when it comes to the dentist stuff, dude. Sucks.
Sorry about changing stuff.
No, bro, no. We're talking about the teeth, son. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Teeth are so fucking important. It's not even funny, and you don't realize it until you get real hard on meth. And
bro,
and then you're like, "Oh,
Billy, we watched a video this morning on the show, or yesterday, I can't remember when it was. We watched a video of this biker on meth. He was on meth running from the police, and the police were trying to fucking pit the dude. They were bumping him. He was on a Hayabusa, and they kept the fucking pigs were bumping him at like 100 miles an hour. It was so stupid. And they fucking knocked him over, and they caught him.
Yeah, man.
It was like a 10-minute chase. It was fucking crazy. I was like, why won't the dude just outrun him? Why wouldn't he just outrun the cops? He's on a Hayabusa that goes 200 miles an hour. Bro, he was letting them run right next to him, and I was like, because he's on meth. And then I found out, oh, it's because he was on meth.
Oh, well, I mean,
he thought he was Superman. Bro, he had a bike.
Adderall,
he could have just said
Adderall or cocaine. Do you remember the best you've ever felt on cocaine? You could have fucking outrun him. Isn't that what you would have thought, though?
Well, you know what? There's always those.
Run him on foot.
There's always those people that would say, "Hey, you can't outrun the radio." And I say this: did you see how long at the beginning of this video that cop was sitting there waiting for that bike to come blasting by? He didn't stop him. He was waiting miles ahead, and when the guy just went right past him too, he went by everybody, and all he would have had to do when he hit those straightaways was just go. And I'm like, dude, you got meth, you got that much, just go. They can't catch you, bro. I'm telling you, when you're on a highway, and ask Billy, when you're on a bike like that, those cops can do like max, they can do like 170 maybe, they're going to get up to. You're on a motorcycle that does 200 miles an hour, and it gets there way faster. And it's you're going to lose them.
A Busa's going to go 200 for sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even if you don't have to go 200 to outrun the cops. You're on a motorcycle, and you can go 50 or 30 miles an hour off road and cross over highways and through woods. It's fucking stupid. You should be able to get away. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You should be able to get away.
I mean, on my old 650 Savage, dude, if I could outrun a cop on my 650 Savage, easy, just by going through wood.
I've outrun cops more times than I can count on my Ninjas, and I've outrun one time the police on my KX250. Big chase too, and I got caught with a helicopter once too, running, and I got caught doing a wheelie.
The only bike I couldn't.
Go ahead.
The only bike I couldn't outrun the cops on that I've owned was the Harley Davidson Street Rod, was where they tried to copy what's the old Harley Davidson fucking sport bikes. What were they called?
Mules.
Buell?
Buells.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes. Yeah, a Buell. So the Street Rod was like a copy of Eric Buell's design, and there's no way I could have run that bike on anything but blacktop. So the cops would have fucking caught me on that thing. But the easiest way to get away from a cop, or get away from a cop on a motorcycle, is fucking leave the road.
Right. I cut across this woman's yard, bro. She was watering her plants, and I went by her, and she looked at me, and she with this scornful look, and I looked back at her, and I was just like, I am so not going to leave a patch on your yard right now. And I know you're looking at me really mean right now, and I just went right in front of her, and it was so funny because she was just, bro, she was standing there with the garden hose, the water's just going, and she's not looking at what the water's doing, and she's just watching me, sneering at me. And I'm going, dude, like 10 feet in front of her. And I'm just like, I had full helmet on and everything. She couldn't see my face, but I still felt really bad. I was like, oh, man. I was like, this lady, she hates me. She doesn't know me. So check, I'm going to tell you my wheelie story. So I was with my friend Mike, who I used to ride with. He was on a 750 Ninja, and I was on a 900, and we were getting on the Interstate 4 at Altamont Springs. So we were coming down an on-ramp, and as we were coming down the on-ramp, I pulled up a wheelie coming down the on-ramp, and we're staying a wheelie, and we come down the on-ramp, and he's next to me down, and I'm up, and I'm doing a wheelie, and I turn on my signal, and I go, and I merge into traffic up in a wheelie, bro, and I'm like this, and I look down to my left, and I see Florida Highway Patrol, bro, right next to me, man. The car, I merged right next to a police officer that was in my blind spot, and she's like, whoop, whoop. And my buddy Mike, he pulls over with me. We both pull over. I put the wheelie down. I'm like, oh, dude. I went to court. I took it to court, and she did not show up, so I ended up winning the case.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They never show up in Florida.
Dude, this was reckless. She got me for reckless driving or something. She had me she had a really good charge on me, man. You know, it was.
Florida,
I was worried about
catch you and hang you upside down and cut your baby out of your belly and stomp it.
She was a meanie. She was mean to me.
I still owe the government money. I talked to him today, as a matter of fact. And has anybody ever had that occurrence where you owe the government money and you have a caseworker, and then all of a sudden that caseworker retires and you get a new caseworker and they're a bitch? No matter what it may be. Oh, it's the worst fucking thing ever. Yeah, the government doesn't like me at all. They like assign people to me. The one that's assigned to me now her name is Danielle, and she's a fucking cunt, man.
I don't think they're supposed to be nice, dude.
Right.
I think they're supposed to be like that, because every IRS person I ever talked to was like always like looking at me like I'm a damn criminal and shit. I'm like, maybe I'm not even a felon.
I guess that's how they look at you, right? I mean, it's like, well, I wouldn't be talking to you if I weren't a criminal. Yeah. So fuck you. Oh man,
it's crazy, man.
It's a bitch. So you gotta jump through hoops. They give you hoops. They're like, here, look at my hoops. Jump through them, and I'll be nice. Otherwise, fuck you.
It's a power trip.
Yeah.
They have the power. They have the power. All right, I'm going to heat.
And that's okay. I mean, if you think about it, you put yourself in their shoes. What if you had that job? How would you act toward it? Just depends, man.
Oh, no, I can read people really pretty good, bro. So it's like, I'm not going to be a fucking douchebag to somebody that I know is a good person just because, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just fucked up.
Well, what if your boss is like, hey, you need to fucking get $500 out of Billy today, or you're fired?
Billy don't have to kill him over that red.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, fuck you, dude. I'm like, oh, god damn it. Come on, Panoy. Give me 5 days. You're like, oh. If I give you 5 days, I'm fired. I want, but then I send you a
I've been in
dad.
child support court when I was on child support. They dropped the case on me and shit. But anyway, I walked in there, bro. I took all my gold off. I've always had gold, so I took
Smart.
all my gold off.
Of course.
Took all my shit off. Left all my shit in the car. Bro, these motherfuckers patted my pockets down, dude, like they were the mob, bro. I was
Dude.
like, what the fuck? Y'all
Yep.
got me fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah,
They are
it was-
shakedown.
it was-
The child
yeah, they
support
shook me down,
especially.
dude.
Yeah, dude. The child support especially is like they're the ones that are like really close to the mob. Like as far as the way they operate, they'll come to your house, take your shit. They're very IRS like, which is also very mob like. Yeah. And they'll question you. If you say, "I took my teeth out," you're like, "I took my teeth out before I went to court." Of course, the judge will fucking use that. They'll be like, "Well, it looks like you can afford a nice, pretty mouth." Like he's gonna put his dick in your fucking cock, you know?
Okay, my mom's gonna be walking by here, salty man. So just so you know, heads up.
Cheers, guys.
No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. My timing is perfect. Cheers, Billy. Cyber.
Yes.
Panoy. Nick.
Whoa. What the fuck, man? Well, it makes me jealous just by that. If I can just get what Panoy exhales, I'd be high for a week.
Hell yeah. Same here. Fucking
I bet you I could collect reclaim just out of Panoy's room the moment of exhale.
Oh, shit.
If this shit doesn't work, it works for a month.
What is that?
The fucking honest egg.
Everybody look at my eyes on the live stream.
The everlasting flame.
Yeah, your camera's off.
On the live stream. No, on the live stream. On the show.
Oh, shit. I need
Red eyes.
window for that shit.
The match, you know that fucking they sell them everywhere, man. The everlasting match where you just pull it out, it's on fire.
Hey, tell me why I got one of those from Amazon. And it was broken.
Before you even got it?
Yeah, right. As soon as I was trying to, I filled it up with whatever the fuck lighter fluid or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's just lighter fluid. Yeah.
And then I went to click it, dude. There was no, it didn't do nothing.
Prairie Kid, we
Just
rock,
nothing.
bro. Prairie Kid's my makeup
This
artist.
is a fucking gimmick. This is. Sorry.
I hit that dude up, the Chinese guy, and
Forgot about that.
yeah, dude, he blocked me, bro.
He's like, why you call me? I don't call you. You know why you call me?
I was like, dude, that shit totally fucking hurt my feelings, bro, because I was going to put it in the just in case pack. You know, that goes in the just in case shit goes down pack right there.
I bought. No. That's not true. I didn't buy it. It was a birthday gift. Mine was a birthday gift for my kids, and
Night, Mom.
It's a big version of it, right? It's got like a huge fucking reservoir that holds a lot of fluid. So every time you pull it, you put it back in there, it soaks back up with fluid, and it's a plasma ray or a plasma arc that lights it when you pull it out.
Right.
So when you break the seal, the plasma lights up and it lights it up. So it's like an everlasting fucking thing, right? But the arc acts like any other plasma arc on any other lighter. It's just
What's
a
that
cheap
camo
plasma
thing
arc
on
that
the
wears
desk?
out in about a year.
I like that word, plasma arc.
That's just, I don't know. I think that's what it is.
This right here. This is a Bluetooth speaker with camo.
Oh.
It's JBL in red. It says on it. They're pretty good, but I got these other ones that I think they're better. But these have lasted me for years.
Man,
I mean,
Nay's not looking at the chat so we can poke fun of him, says California Tiki. I'm literally like just answered. I just put laser eyes on my eyes. I told you I'm answering questions about this camo thing on my desk. I see you, talking total smack about me behind my back, what you think is behind my back. I don't understand. Oh, you're a minute behind. That's right. How funny is that? The chat's a minute behind on Rumble. So
I should bring up Rumble. Those guys are fucking idiots, huh?
Bro, Rumble shows up right on my... Oh, if you're not watching the show, yeah, it shows up right on screen with me. The Rumble chat does.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, well, I got you on my phone right now because I'm talking on my...
If I move this, it's a little bit more visible.
They're not all idiots, but I see some stupid shit. Holy fuck.
What?
What?
Holy shit. What? Don't make
There's some stupid shit. Come
don't make
on,
me
no one can deny there's some stupid shit said on Rumble.
Don't get mad about it, though, man. That's the thing.
No, I'm not mad about it, but
They
that's
say
a fact.
some stuff.
Motherfuckers say butter cures fucking gout.
Butter. Dude, butter cures my sadness. That's for goddamn sure. So, I mean, butter is definitely an antidepressant. Well, when you want to talk about the medicinal qualities of butter, I can also tell you about all the times it's come in handy for other things as well. But, that's
They're
just
right
me.
about some stuff, dude. There's some sensible motherfuckers.
That's
out there.
just
I see
me.
it. I mean,
I'm a butter lover. Root for Rumble says weed butter. California
Better butter
Tiki
makes
says
butter
just
better.
checking, Nate. Billy, I thought we were tight. Prairie Kid's asking you if we're tight. Billy.
I do. We are tight. Me and Prairie. His real name is I'll say it similar. His real name is Mike. There you go. Prairie likes that, I'm sure. And we love each other. The first time I met him, the reason I call him Woody, you were like, you're calling me Woody Allen?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No,
I was calling Prairie Woody because the first time I saw him, I thought he was Woody Harrelson. And I was like, fucking Woody Harrelson's a motovlogger. Because I was on acid at the time. And,
which is just crazy.
So, but well, it's natural.
We have a Pinoy
I
cam.
slowly but surely throughout a year's time realized who he was and what he was. And then he got sick, man. He's still sick. Prairie's sick. I don't know. Oh, he's sick in the head. Say that. But man, yeah, I like that guy. I missed him. He went to he went from motovlogging to murder mysteries. It was real strange.
Oh, wow. That sounds like Spooky, that guy Spooky House. You guys know Spooky House on freaking YouTube? He's one of the biggest fucking content creators on YouTube. He comes into my show. He's huge.
Does he try to figure out who committed murders and shit?
No, he does like a ghost, like people see ghosts.
True crime. That's it. That's what it's called.
He does all kinds of, it's like all haunted, spooky shit, dude. He does crazy shit. I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he came in just the other day. It wasn't that long ago. It was like in the last 6 months. He freaking came in and said, hey, it's maybe not Spooky House. It's something like that. That's his name, and that's his channel name, and it's fucking huge, dude. He has a huge. His videos are.
At the time when Prairie went into it, I was like, that's gay. That's fucking stupid. Like, you're stupid. Prairie, fucking leaving the motorcycles and shit for this bullshit, you stupid ass. And then I decided to leave motorcycles too. And it made me interested in all my old friends and what they were doing, man. And I got in fucking his content immediately because I fucking left motorcycles behind. So I was about to die. We were all about to die. Motovlogging made people crazy in motorcycles. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The fucking YouTube video. Yeah.
It's an unhealthy addiction, bro.
I agree. And if you have people that love you and care about you, hardcore, like riding a motorcycle is not a big deal, but trying to do it to get attention is so dangerous, man, and it's unfair to everybody that relies on you. You can damage your hands, your body, your brain, and then all of a sudden, whoever you are feeding, shit out of luck. Fuck them, right? Because you wanted to fucking have fun. It's a real selfish bullshit.
Right, all right. So check this out. Root for Rumble's asking, and Billy, you know, I was totally in. I totally understand exactly what you're saying. I totally get that, but I just watched too many friends get hurt.
Yeah.
You said you have to make your weed butter on the barbecue pit, and what I was going to say was it won't smell if you make it into concentrate first, and there's like a million different ways to make cannabis into concentrate, and then if you cook with the concentrate in the house, no one will smell it. That's one of the good points of cooking with concentrate, as opposed to just leaving it as flour. So you might want to just look into that, Root for Rumble. I got a lot of information on my channel, but I could tell you right here, you know, ways you can concentrate. You can look into tinctures, and keefing is, I think, one of my favorite ways for cooking. I like turning cannabis into keef because it's easy, and then use the keef for cooking.
Have you seen sous vide hash making yet?
No, what's that?
Bro, putting the bud in a sous vide bag.
I don't know what that is.
Setting it sous vide. Well, okay, it's a you've heard of sous vide steak and sous vide cooking, right?
No, not at all.
No?
Nope.
So it's a French thing. In short, it's a French method of cooking that requires electricity, and you shield the meat or your meal from the water with plastic. Yeah, plastic. And you put it down in the water, and then you put this thing in the water, and you set it to a certain temperature per whatever you're cooking, and then it takes like all day to fucking cook, or two, and then it's got an app. All these sous vides got apps. So you'll be like, I want to cook a steak in 3 days. And you set it, and it'll make sure your steak is medium rare in 3 days. Making this steak, like, unbelievably tender. Stupid tender.
In a plastic bag?
Yeah, because it's just slight heat, and it's protected from the water, and it works. It's pretty amazing. You'd be surprised. What I do a lot is I'll sous vide it for like a day, and then I'll reverse sear it. So I'll take it out of the thing. Once my phone tells me the steak is 120 degrees, I'll take it out and I'll sear that fucker on the grill. And it's pretty fucking amazing piece of meat, I gotta tell you. But now people are using the sous vide tool to make hash. So you take your bud, you throw it in the bags, and you let it take 2-3 days, whatever, and it prevents all browning and yellowing.
And decarboxylates it? Or?
Yeah, and you just press it afterwards. You take it out, you dry it out, and you press it afterwards, and it prevents all fucking browning. You get this white, beautiful, whatever you want, shatter. Throw it in the freezer. Got some shatter.
Sous vide that cash, baby. Some sous vide hash.
Look it up. Everybody look it up right now. You'll see it's like sous vide hash, sous vide shatter, sous vide dabs. Pretty amazing revolution. And I think we all should try.
I think you should Google that shit, bro.
I fucking watched 2 hours on it already. That's your job.
Bro, you watched 2 hours on sous vide freaking hash in a plastic bag. in like.
Yeah.
Was it, did you get punked at the end? Did they go, gotcha?
No. It's totally doable, man. Sous vide, I don't know what my sous vide goes up to. If anybody else knows, you can throw it in the chat.
It's like a pressure cooker. It's like a pressure cooker.
Maybe 300. I think it maybe 300
like a pressure
is the
cooker.
highest.
It's a sous vide like a pressure cooker.
Then you can monitor your hash via
like,
your cell phone.
Is it like a pressure cooker? Billy, is it like a pressure cooker?
No, it's not. It's a boiler. So the sous vide is an electronic boiler that just slightly heats up the water around it, but it's your job to protect whatever you have in the boil. What the sous vide really does is, to tell you the truth, to be real about it, all it really does is heat the water and then transmit the temperature of the water to your cell phone. That's all it does.
To your cell phone?
Yep.
Why to your cell phone?
So you can cook while you're at work. That's the whole point. That's
Wait. So do you have to change the temperature or something at any time? Or you leave it at one temperature?
If you want. No, you set it all at the beginning on what you want.
The water's not boiling, is it? Is the water boiling?
Nope.
I mean, yeah, because THC, that breaks down at 100 Celsius. I don't know what
170, 175 or something like that. You start decarboxylating, or is it 275? I think it might be 275. You start decarboxylating. No, 170. I think
that's why it's so effective, because sous vide starts at 70 degrees.
Yeah, because you don't want to decarboxylate it.
Nope.
But I don't know why you want to warm it up. You said.
I mean, I don't know why you want to change the recipe at all.
You said
These
you make really nice shatter out of it. You said you make really nice shatter.
Yeah, I'm confused also, man.
I don't know. Plastic bag, heating it in a plastic bag at 70 degrees.
Did you find it?
I'm not looking for it.
Oh, okay.
Who the fuck do I look like? Who do I look like? Billy fucking wanders off.
No, I gotta go pee out of my pee hole. Be right back.
You wanted it, you got it. He's the greatest comedian in the world, Billy Valentine, folks. That's right, Billy Valentine's here, everybody. Wait a second. Billy, wherefore art thou, Billy? Billy, where hast thou gone and run off? Why is he off screen? Someone find Billy. He's gone off screen. Chase, he's in the bathroom, you say. Chase him to the bathroom. Knock on the door. Tell him to hurry. Tell him to pee it out faster. Tell him now. Tell him these things. Tell him these things, I say. It gets worse. Tula Rose is in the Tula's in the Rumble, everybody. Everyone subscribe to Tula's Rumble page. Tula Rose in the chat.
That shit is, if you have enough flour to make
Billy is back, everybody.
You might
Billy!
as well fucking do it the right way, right? And not try to fucking French kiss it.
I was Tula's first follower on Rumble. Who wants to be her second? There's the link, everybody. Everyone, she's only got one follower, and it's me. Would you all please go follow Tula on Rumble? She just started her Rumble channel. Tula Rose. Go follow her. She's got great content on YouTube regarding how to survive out in the RV realm. Like kind of like what Billy used to do with like Backroad Moto. You know, very similar. She does like a vlog from an RV instead of from a motorcycle. And always
from an RV and a motorcycle.
She tells you how to kill ants and other wonderful things.
To find ants?
Kill ants.
I would, yeah. Killing ants on a motorcycle is definitely important.
You do it a lot when you're in the RV. I did it a lot whenever I had a lot of problem with those freaking black ants. And when it snows,
dude, I found giant aphids. You ever seen a giant fucking aphid?
I've seen aphids and I don't like them.
Right? Well, you know how aphid looks like a grasshopper, but it's like really tiny and it's got a smaller head. If you look real close.
Yes, like a flea. It kind of looks like a flea.
I've been finding aphids the size of fucking grasshoppers with tiny little heads, man.
No,
like
bro, those are leaf. They're called leaf hoppers, or that's funny. Those aren't aphids.
Why are they? They're fucking impervious to the seven dust.
Yeah, because bro, they're that's not cut out for them. They're that's a.
So I gotta go to the.
There's not a lot. No, you don't. They're pretty cool actually. They shouldn't be eating your plants. They shouldn't be chomping on your plants.
That's what I fucking caught one doing.
How? It's like 1 inch, like about 1 inch, like it looks like a green leaf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
1 inch long, bright neon green.
I wonder if it's what I'm thinking it is, or it might be something different, bro. Because I'm not familiar with where you live. You know, where you live, there might be
just like an aphid.
There might be crazy insects.
But, yeah, this fucking place is crazy. You should see the meth heads here. They're twice the size.
I thought those things were like carnivorous for some reason. I don't know why I thought those things were like eat other bugs and stuff.
Have you ever noticed that when you're driving through Georgia, the meth heads are like regular humans, and then when you get into Knoxville, they get a little bigger, and then you get out of Tennessee and they start to shrink again?
Because there's better places to eat, more dumpsters in the city.
Exactly.
Because Billy's out feeding the meth heads at night.
Maybe that's the thing.
Billy, why art thou feeding the meth heads late at night in the dark alley in the streets? Why art thou doing it?
We were so careful about this neighborhood moving into an area that is, what's the word?
Leaf miner.
Yeah,
it's called a leaf miner.
Activity.
Let me see if it's a leaf miner, bro.
And we're probably still not free of meth activity. I bet you there's a mansion at the end of the road.
Well, you know what? You know what, Billy? That's methed up, bro.
Yeah. I mean, all the you see those big mansions around here that have like whited out windows.
Not a leaf miner.
And you start thinking, that's totally a fucking meth lab.
Totally not a leaf miner. The one I'm talking about is not like that. It's like called a. It's like a leaf. It's leaf.
It wasn't a problem. It's not giving. They're not giving me too much problems. I saw it on Oxwood. Flick that fucker off like a flea on my shoulder.
Bruh. How many have you seen?
Oh yeah, over a dozen I've seen.
Oh really? Are they near the light? Do they gather near lights at night? Do you see them like they come?
No, I don't find them in concentration at all. I'm just seeing like one at a time.
I've seen them usually by my light at night in NorCal. They kind of almost look like a praying mantis with wings. But they don't have big arms and shit. They've got little legs. But they're long. They've got a long body, and they've got their wings look like two green leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same fucking thing.
I wish I knew what these things were called.
You're gonna hate this, but whatever that is very impervious to household insecticides. The reason I say you're not gonna like it is because I am a poison motherfucker. I don't fucking care about organic bullshit. I'm like fucking poison it. Get it done. If it doesn't kill my cat, my dog, or me,
leaf crawler.
Fuck it. And that thing does not die. Through seven dust, thuricide, kinds of fucking poison.
Whoa.
Keep seeing them. But whatever. You know, that's part of the job.
Might find one here.
You know what else won't die?
What?
My aunt. I've been poisoning her for like 3 years.
Dude, are you sure? Dude, I think a praying mantis actually looks like that with the
Dude,
leaf.
are you fucking for real? Oh shit. What the hell?
That bitch has drank battery acid, antifreeze. I made her eat straight wood. That bitch still living.
Bro, there's praying mantises that look like their back end looks like a leaf. It's not that, right?
It does look like a little praying mantis, right? But you're right about the first. Remember?
Does it have a triangular head? Does it have a triangular?
Inch long.
Dude, look at these pictures.
Oh, no.
There is a praying mantis with like a leaf back to it that's got brown or it can be green.
I'm watching.
All right, hold on.
On the show, anyway.
Here, it's. I mean, it's pretty obvious a freaking praying mantis, though.
Is it? Are you sure it's not a donkey?
I'm pretty sure it's not a rhinoceros or a donkey.
Oh no! It's nothing that elaborate. No,
Right, that's pretty bad. But look, that's as big as his thumb. That's like 3 inches.
That's huge.
That's badass.
That is like a praying mantis.
Yeah, it's totally a praying mantis. They've got, some of them have like a leaf back to them that's really cool camouflage. Because birds will gobble that shit up. Psst.
You ever seen the butthole bug?
Nope. Don't want to either.
When you're hiking through the woods, it looks like a butthole. You go to stick your dick in it, it just bites it off.
Why would you try to do that? That is not a good thing to do to anything.
No, sir.
You shouldn't be doing that, Billy. Billy, you're so bad. You need to stop this badness.
You never been to the Smoky Mountains? Come on. There's a lot of dick biters out there. They look like many different things.
Tula has 2 followers now. That's right, because when there's 35 people, it's really only 10 or 8.
Why is someone talking about Epstein? Where did that fucking come from?
Is that what Epstein called his garden? I don't know, Grandma. Gardens, leaves, he had kids there, minors, nobody.
You know damn well all Epstein's gardeners were from Home Depot.
Guatemala, any pests or weeds issue, the dad dumps diesel fuel and everything old school.
I heard Prairie Kid worked on Epstein's Island. I heard it from a really reliable source myself, my brain.
I heard
acid.
I heard you denied a flight for fucking what's his name, because he was too short. He's a midget. Because you're anti-midget.
Don't talk about midgets.
Bruh. Why do you hate midgets so much, Billy Ballantyne?
Childhood.
Childhood, something happened. You got beat up by a gang of midgets.
Well, the circus is filled with midgets, man. And midgets
they're super strong.
Midgets are dirty motherfuckers. They're terrible people. I'm sure there's a majority of them that are not, but the ones that I've met are isolated and being forced to work on a show and act out the way that you'd expect such a person to act out.
Right.
And man, my mother was fisted by a midget unexpectedly. And you know the midget too. You watched him. The guy that played Alf. His name was Michu. Stuck his fucking arm in my mom. Midgets are pieces of shit. They're fucking all. They're all drunk and just impulsive and nasty, man. I mean, I've not seen otherwise. You send me a midget that's not like that, I'll fucking take it back.
There's a heavy metal band name in there somewhere. Fisted Midget.
Mishu is a real bad one, man. You can look him up on Google and see how fucked up he was. Michu. But then,
you see what Prairie Kid said about you, Billy?
current-
You see what Prairie Kid said about you? See what Prairie Kid said about you in the Rumble chat?
No.
He said
I didn't.
he hates midgets because one tried to bite his nose off.
That's not surprising at all. They think they can do anything.
He said you. He said you.
That midget tried to bite my nose off?
Yes, that's what Prairie Kid said.
I don't remember that one. But I'm not surprised. If I said it,
You said
then
it.
that means that Daniel Rogers probably did it.
Was he a flesh biter? Was he a
Yeah, well,
He's a
Daniel
biter?
Rogers is Grak the Ewok from Return of the Jedi.
Really? You knew that guy?
Yeah, my grandfather graduated him from clown college, and he decided to search me out, man, and become my friend, and we got drunk together a lot. But at the end of our relationship, I was ducking him. I was like hiding in my bar when he was knocking on the door, and then turning my phone off so he couldn't hear it ring when he was calling me, and knocking on my door at the same time. But he was he's still alive. He might even see this. Yeah, he's a crazy fucking idiot.
Hey, fuck you, dude. I'm telling him fuck you. How about that?
Yeah, I don't
He's
like
watching.
him at all, man.
I flick him off.
But
I
that's
flick him off.
par for the course with these midgets, man. God damn it. These little motherfuckers. It's like, hold on, I'm gonna stop. It's about to get heated. I'm gonna let my dog out.
The best midgets are on Telemundo. Says Root for Rumble. Prairie Kid says that was the absinthe night. You were crazy and wearing that cheetah lampshade and a tunic. Bro, do you see what Prairie Kid is saying about you in the chat?
He's not lying though.
Absinthe?
I mean, no, he's not lying. That sound, I mean, I
That
forget
shit
a lot
was
of things.
crazy.
And Prairie knows me really well, and I know him really well. And that doesn't sound like a lie about me. It sounds very accurate.
Does absinthe make you trip, Billy?
No, it like. Have you ever drank it? You never drank absinthe?
No.
It's not a big hallucinogen like they say it is. It make the worst I've ever seen on absinthe is like where you're like seeing like the stars dropping. You know what I'm talking about? Where the light is just kind of
That sounds
cascading
like
in front of your eyes.
Sounds like
It's
ecstasy.
not a really big deal. I mean, I don't think it's really big. I've never tripped off wormwood the way that you think of tripping.
So Root for Rumble
Ever.
says on the chat the best midgets are on Telemundo, the Spanish channel. Game shows with midgets running around hot Latinas in bikinis. And Root for Rumble loves Telemundo.
Telemundo. Estoy bien.
Midgets remind me of the teacups of humans. Says Tula, our friend.
They shouldn't be like that. Like, this is a real problem with midgets and me. They should be regular, right? Like, how you get along with other races. You should just be able to do that. Get along with them. Like
Right.
Get along with other races. But they don't make it like that. They make it an issue. They fucking think they're fucking better than everything. And if you have a fucking bar that's too tall for their shit, they fucking give you shit for the rest of your life. It's a horrid, fucking freaky porn show.
At least the midgets that you've been in contact with. But not all.
At least the midget, yes.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. The show business midgets are very much like that. Everything I've said. A regular midget, never met one.
Well, I actually have, and it's always been pleasant. So, Never had a bad
That's
experience.
good. I mean, that's good. If they're not part of the little people of America and then been in movies, if they're just a fucking midget, well, I'd give them the time of day. I think you should give them the time of day. I think it'd be good for you. But if you find out that motherfucker is a SAG actor, you better fucking run away. This dude's gonna stick his arm in your vagina.
Fresno officer shoots masked 15-year-old boy pulling replica 3 days ago. No shit, dude.
He shot meth? What?
No, shot a kid, bro. 15-year-old kid.
For Adam 11.
Well, what was that kid doing?
He had a replica gun. The kid had a replica gun. He was wearing a mask.
I think that boils down to fuck around and find out.
Oh shit, dude! He shot him. He was pulling the gun out. And he was laying the gun down on the ground. Dude, the kid was pulling the gun out of his waistband and laying it down on the ground in front of him, and the police officer shot him anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's totally on camera. This is fucking 3 days ago.
If you guys ever saw Prairie Kid, you would think he's fucking Woody Harrelson too.
I don't know why the kid wouldn't just have left his hands up in the air. I mean, if you're 15 years old, is that like... I don't think that's death by cop, dude. I don't know. This is pretty crazy. This is from 3 days ago, guys. This happened on July 30th, 2023 in Fresno, California, guys. Here's the kid. Police officer, obviously this is the angle you're going to see this from. It's the police officer. And watch the kid. He's going to pull the gun out of his waistband here. See, so the kid is now on his knees, right? He's going to reach down with his left hand and slowly pull the gun out right here, right? And watch, he pulls the gun out and he starts to lay the gun down on the ground. See, he's very, very slowly laying the gun down on the ground. He's not holding there. See, look, he's putting the gun down right there, dude. You see, he's not pointing. He's not pointing the gun at the police officer here, dude. The gun from there goes right on the ground because he goes and lays it on the ground. As he's laying it on the ground, the police officer shoots him. It's a replica gun. I wonder if the police officer was yelling at him to put the gun down. To you know, we should probably listen to that.
No way, he hadn't had it out yet.
Well, maybe he saw it. Maybe he saw the gun. Maybe he saw the gun in his waistband. Maybe he saw it. Oh, there's no sound. I guess there's no sound. Here, let me just check here. How convenient.
That's another thing that I don't like about body cams. You can turn the body cam on and off, and then you also have to activate the microphone. That's bullshit. That's all should always be on. And
yeah, it should always be running, no doubt.
Yeah, it's there's no sound, man. So, but you guys know what happens. The kid, he walks forward. Oh, he clicked it on right there. He just clicked on the sound right there.
Right. Yeah, it's up to them.
That's what he was doing. He went up and clicked on the sound. So here, we're gonna have to probably turn this down because he's probably screaming at him.
I hate that they have control of that, man.
Oh, he reached down really. This kid reached down really fast, dude. Did you see how quick the kid grabbed for that?
Yeah, that was pretty aggressive.
Yeah, dude, it was. That's a justified thing. You can't do that. I mean,
You know he's saying keep your hands up.
no, he didn't. He didn't.
Reach for your pocket.
He didn't. You didn't hear him say anything.
No, but
Well, you know he did though.
he would.
If he may not have, but you're supposed to. Hands up. That's what everybody says. Hands up.
Bro, I gotta say, as many times I've seen situations like this, you can't expect
If
to.
I was a cop, dude, if I was a cop, I wouldn't say that though. I'd be different. I'd be a dickhead. I'd be like, reach for the sky, partner.
I mean, this is
I mean,
what
they
they're.
did reach
This
for
is
the
what they're
sky.
supposedly trained for. You know, supposedly they're trained. Police are trained when they go in to these shooting ranges. They're supposed to be looking at something to see if it's a 15-year-old kid with a toy gun or not. But it's never a 15-year-old kid with a toy gun. It's a fucking grandmother with a fucking bag in her hand, or it's just a guy with a briefcase in his hand, you know. But it's never going to be a 15-year-old kid that's pulling a gun out of his waistband and to lay it down in front of you. Which is, you guys all saw the kid laid the gun down in front of him, but that wasn't enough, bro. So I'm not gonna play.
I don't know, man. I'd shoot him just for being black. I'd shoot him right in his black face.
Looks like a white kid, actually. He actually looks like a white kid. And here's the link.
I know it. I don't. I'm just saying.
Those of you in the chat that want to see, Swayze thinks police are trained well. Oh yeah, they're trained great. Yeah, especially those ones that beat the hell out of that guy until he was dead. That unarmed black guy a couple of months back. Yeah, those guys were trained real well to not escalate shit.
There's gonna be more. It's like so abundant.
What about the guy? What about the guy that sicked the German Shepherd? Billy, what about the guy that sicked the German Shepherd on the trucker 2 weeks ago?
Oh my God, I saw that too.
There you go. I mean, how many? Hey, Swayze, how many instances do we need to reference from the last 10 days?
If you visit crazyshit.com and on purpose every day, you will get so much material to use on your show. It is crazy. It's all the stuff that fucking government suppresses and everything, and they throw it on crazyshit.com, and there's so much racist-based violence and shit like that. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I really love exposing myself to stuff like that. I'm headed over there right now, but in fact, I'm going to end the show right now and go to that website because I just can't wait to delve into that freaking rabbit hole.
Oh my God, it's an awful rabbit.
I'm gonna go binge, bro. I'm gonna go binge watch that bitch right now.
When you dive into that website.
No, I'm not gonna. That's so funny, Billy.
You're not gonna.
Billy, you are so funny that you said you're like so serious. You're like you're gonna. No, I'm not.
Dude, it's so enticing. It's so enticing.
I have no desire. I know exactly, bro. What's out there?
CNN makes you miss is all there.
I don't mind missing some shit.
Awful.
I know it's bad. War's bad too. My daughter's a cop in the Navy. That was a setup to spark racism. What show? Swayze says what show? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, you guys are awesome. I love you all. Are you guys having fun? Let me know in the chat. Hit a 1 in the chat if you're having fun. How many ones can I get? You guys got 2 minutes. 30 viewers.
Tom must have not understood.
How many ones can I get in the chat if you're having fun? Let me know right now. I got an organic 14 plus 11 makes 24.
Put one in the chat.
I got about 20. I got almost 30 people watching across all the channels right now. For real. About 30 people. So how many ones from 30 people? How many ones can I get? There's Cyber. Cyber, is your mic still working, bro?
Yeah, my mic's on, right?
Okay, yeah, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tula, don't do that. 8. 1 per person. Tula gave me 1 in the Tula gave me one in the freaking Rumble and one in the goddamn YouTube, man. She's bad. You're a bad girl, Tula. You're bad. She's laughing at me from Rumble. What Billy said? What show, Billy? Token Tony Z hit a 1. Out of 30, we got 8, or say 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 ones, guys. 8, 16, 24. Yeah, that would be all 8 of you guys. That's all 8 of you. That's all the ones I could probably get, too.
Oh, I'm feeling sick.
Anyway, if you guys want to see that 15-year-old kid get shot by that cop, here's the link. And I sent it to you in the Rumble chat if you guys want to see that. I'm going to watch it again one more time here. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, he totally put the gun down in front of him. He's still holding the gun on him.
I'm gonna need traffic blocked off at McGill and Effie. Also,
He's just standing there holding the gun on this kid that's dying in the street that he just shot. He's not trying to render assistance or anything to a 15-year-old kid with a fake gun. Dude, that is crazy. That was crazy. He didn't try to help the kid, bro. He just sat there, talked on his radio, and held his gun on the kid. He didn't look at the weapon or anything, man. What a horrible police officer. Let me tell you something. Hey, all you people who love your boys in blue, your boys and girls in blue, they're not all that great. Not all of them. Just so you know. It was nice what we saw them do for that woman that was chained up. But what that guy just did, he shot a 15-year-old that had a fake gun that wasn't even pointing it at him or doing anything threatening. Man, it's not... I know he's not going to get in trouble for it, but I'm telling you, dude, that was bullshit. These pigs don't need guns. Did he need a gun in that circumstance? Look what he did with it. He killed a 15-year-old kid that was just playing cops and robbers out on the street, man, with a fake gun. Or maybe he just robbed somebody. Let me go see. Let me see what it says in the On July 30th, 2023 at 10:32 a.m., an officer with the Fresno Police Department responded to the 100 block of East Warner Avenue regarding a report of a vehicle that had been abandoned in the roadway. While the officer was in the process of having the vehicle towed, he was approached by a community member who told him that there was a young male on a scooter nearby that had a gun. The officer alerted Fresno Police Dispatch of the community member's report. As the officer drove southbound on North F Street, he observed a subject that matched the description. The subject reportedly armed with the gun. The officer on a fucking tip from a fucking somebody on the road, right? The officer notified dispatch, pulled to the side of the road, and made contact. I love that. Yeah, he made contact with him, all right. So his fucking bullet to the kid's fucking stomach. The officer ordered the subject, who was wearing a ski mask, to raise his hands and get down on his knees. The subject complied, got down on his knees, but then began to reach for an object in his waistband. The officer told him to raise his hands, but he continued to reach for the object. The subject, I didn't hear him say anything to that kid. That's bullshit. Bro, look up female cop shoots homeless guy. Look at Yo Hutch. So this report does not say that the kid was in the process of laying the gun down in front of him. Thought that the police officer would have just had the presence of mind to realize he was dealing with a fucking kid who was no threat to him. But no, you're dealing with a fucking poorly trained, poorly paid, low IQ and hired for his low IQ individual. And our boys and women in blue can't be trusted with your fucking 15-year-old children that are playing with guns, with fake guns. You know, what's going to happen in Florida where everybody's allowed to have a gun now? What are these cops going to do? When everybody has a gun and is trying to show it off. Here, I got one too. Oh, I got one too. Here, let me throw it on the ground. Here, let me throw it on the ground. How many people are going to get killed by cops? So I guess the guy was telling the kid to stop while he was reaching. He was like, stop, stop. And the kid just kept doing it. Good thing he got shot with a 9mm and not a 45 auto. That kid survived, supposedly. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy days. 45. Wow. Dude, with a what? With a machete. Dude, this guy gets shot by the cops. He's charging at him with a machete like this. Like this. He's running at the police like this, and the police are like that. And they're like, pop, 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 pop. Dude, if you're on meth, leave your machete at home. Just so you guys know. I can't imagine why else anybody would have a machete and run at a fucking police officer, but that's fucking crazy. The glitter industry? What is that? The big glitter? That's hilarious. Oh, it's Joe Scott. Here, let's watch this.
Have you ever thought about glitter? No, I'm not talking about the critically acclaimed 2001 Mariah Carey movie that has garnered a whopping 2.4 stars on IMDb. No, I'm talking about actual glitter. The mainstay of children's art projects and strippers' outfits for decades. But, like, what is it? It's like somebody took sheets of colorful, shiny metal and cut it up into tiny little particles that bounce light in all directions, giving everything an effervescent shimmer. It's also coarse and sticky.
And it gets everywhere.
It's also kind of a giant mystery. Because the biggest client for the biggest glitter company in the world is a secret. A secret that the company fervently guards. Which, of course, has prompted discussion all around the internet about who this client might be and what they're using it for. So basically, who's buying up all the glitter? And what are they doing with it?
It's a dirty little secret.
So I guess we can start with that opening question. What is glitter? Simply put, glitter is plastic and aluminum. They take clear plastic film of various colors, and then the aluminum is heated in a vacuum chamber until it deposits on the plastic.
They're spraying the skies with it.
And then they chop it up into tiny flecks, and there you have it. Colorful, shiny,
Watch
glittery
though.
glitter.
It's,
From
that's
here, it's
what's
sold in
gonna
all kinds of different sizes, from chunky glitter to glitter dust, basically. And then there's glitter of various shapes and all that kind of stuff. You can buy them at art supply stores, put them towards arts and crafts, and it's used in the making of all kinds of toys and paint and stationery. The list goes on and on. And I guess that
Jet
question was on the
planes,
mind of the New York Times reporter
fighter
in
planes,
2000.
the chaff is glitter.
Really?
It's literally glitter, yeah. It's radar reflective material cut out in very small pieces.
Is that this glitter though?
I don't know though. I don't know.
Interviewed a representative from a company called GlitterX, one of the top glitter companies in the world. I imagine this is probably just a pop
All
piece
that
in her
glitters
mind,
is
you know,
gold.
Just a fun article that people might click on. But what she didn't realize
I
was that
hate
she was
glitter
about to
so
open
much,
the
says
glitteriest can of
Rama.
worms in internet
The
history.
paint industry, says
So the
Tula.
article's super interesting, actually. I'll put a link to it down below. There is a paywall.
My mom despises glitter.
But she basically traveled to the
Or
GlitterX
the makeup
headquarters in
industry,
New
they
Jersey.
used to.
And they talk all about how the different types of glitter that they make, how they vaporize aluminum to coat the mylar film, how they make iridescent glitter by layering different widths of film to reflect different wavelengths. It's a decent read if you're a nerd. But it was a section of the article about 3/4 of the way down that got the internet's attention, where she recounted an exchange with Lauren Dyer, who is a manager at GlitterX, who was showing her around. It reads, "When I asked Miss Dyer if she could tell me which industry served as GlitterX's biggest market, her answer was instant. No, I absolutely know that I can't." I was taken aback. "But you know what it is?" "Oh, God, yes," she said and laughed. "And you would never guess it. Let's just leave it at that." I asked if she could tell me why she couldn't tell me. "Because they don't want anyone to know it's glitter." "If I looked at it, would I know it was glitter?" "No, not really." "Would I be able to see the glitter?" "Oh, you'd be able to see something, but it's... yeah, I can't." I asked if she could tell me off the record. She would not. I asked if she would tell me off the record after this piece was published. She would not. I told her I couldn't die without knowing.
Follow
She
the
guided me to
money.
automotive-grade pigments.
You're a
It
reporter.
turns out, the internet also could not die without knowing this. Only difference is there was nobody there to guide the internet to automotive pigments. Fairly soon after this article dropped in December 2018, a Reddit user on Our Unsolved Mysteries started a thread on the article, and conspiracy theories have been flying ever since. But to get to the bottom of this glitter mystery, it might help to kind of look at all the different ways that glitter is being used, and that we know is being used, because it's a lot. I'm talking credit cards, football helmets, also animal food? Yeah, researchers apparently use glitter-laced food to track animals through their droppings. Companies put glitter in their products to prevent counterfeiting, and glitter's been used in crime solving as well. Like, it's not exactly DNA, but fragments of glitter have distinct properties that can be seen under a microscope. Glitters come up in court cases involving kidnapping, car crashes, and even homicide. Variations in materials,
It's very
colors,
hard
and
to
shape
clean
have
up.
been used to put all kinds of people at the scene of the crime.
Lines
Holographic
of
glitter
glitter,
is
did you
especially
give
distinctive
that
because
up?
of the
Never
grooves that
seen
make it
someone
direct
bump
light.
it like you,
Glitter came into the
Billy.
world in 1934 when a German-American machinist named Henry Frank Rushman invented it basically by accident.
Billy's-
As the story goes, he had a photo cutting machine, and this machine had a little flaw in it, like a stutter that made dust on the floor with flakes of photo paper. And then one Christmas, some clever workers scooped up some of the flecks and used it as fake snow in their Christmas decorations. It quickly became popular, so Rushman built a machine that made it on purpose. He was running a farm called Meadowbrook at the time, so he named his new glitter company Meadowbrook Farm Inventions. Now it's just called Meadowbrook Inventions. And that company is still manufacturing glitter to this day. In fact, it's the second largest glitter maker in the US, the biggest being GlitterX, even though they came into business way later. So what's their secret? How did GlitterX become so wildly successful? Is it secret government contracts? Connections to big pharma?
Meth.
Or is it something...
It's the fucking
darker?
glitter meth.
Nobody seems to know. And GlitterX isn't saying. But there are a lot of theories. My theory is that you shouldn't solve the mystery on an empty stomach. Excuse me for a second. Luckily, this won't take long because I've got Factor in the fridge. Factor is a meal delivery service that ships fresh, never frozen meals right to your door. And they're pre-made, just a couple of minutes in the microwave, and you're good to go. It's made by the same chefs behind HelloFresh, so it's just as good as HelloFresh, just a lot faster, which, you know, sometimes that's all you have time for. My favorite thing about Factor, so the first place we ought to go is the source of all the rampant speculation anyway. The R Unsolved Mysteries thread has a couple thousand comments, and there's just as many theories. Obviously, I won't cover them all, but here are the ones that I find the most plausible. Theory number 1, microtaggants. So I mentioned glitter's use in law enforcement and anti-counterfeiting. It turns out that's a much bigger market than you might expect. Like, there's a company called Microtrace that makes security devices that can be printed on or mixed into pretty much any product imaginable. This includes things like special inks, RFID tags, and actual DNA. They also sell tiny particles that can be used to identify explosives called microtaggant identification particles, or MIP. These use color coding and fluorescence to encode information like the manufacturer and when it was produced, which sounds like something glitter could do. The problem with this theory is there's not really a lot of reason for them to be shy about this. I mean, it would still work whether it was glitter or not. Plus, you can find pictures of microtaggants online, so they're not especially secretive about it. Unless its use is so widespread that it's literally in everything around us, which is kind of creepy, and they probably don't want everyone to know that. But, you know, considering the importance of what they do and the potential for bad actors to take advantage of that knowledge, it's not the dumbest theory. Theory number 2, boat paint. So this theory was made popular by the Endless Thread podcast nearly a year after the glitter mystery went viral. Endless Thread is hosted by Ben Brock Johnson and Anne-Marie Silverstein.
Boat
and in November
paint does have
2019,
glitter in
they
it.
actually visited the Glitter X factory in hopes of, finding an answer to this. They tried to talk to Lauren Dyer, but were unable to get an interview. Couldn't get anybody else to go on the record either. So it was looking like a short episode.
No, I got
until
over
Redditor
100.
who had been in Glitter years ago offered his expertise.
Over 100 bones.
So if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, I'll put a link to that episode down below. But to sum up, the expert said that he was 99.9% sure that the top glitter customer was making vehicle paint. Wait, that's not a secret. Everybody knows that. But it turns out he wasn't talking about car paint. He was talking about plane and boat paint. So the host looked into that, and they found an inside source that worked for a company that makes marine vehicle paint. And he confirmed they make a lot of it uses glitter, and a lot of that glitter comes from Glitter X. So they're definitely a huge customer, possibly the biggest, but why does that need to be a secret? Like, everybody knows there's glitter in boat paint, that's obvious. And besides, she said that it would be a company that you wouldn't expect, and this feels pretty expected. The only real argument for why boat paint makers would want to keep this secret is because glitter is, almost by definition, a microplastic. And microplastics in oceans and waterways are becoming a real problem. In fact, glitter's environmental impact is pretty bad across the board. Not only are they made out of plastic that will take thousands of years to biodegrade, but plastic is a petroleum product, and all the problems that come along with that. So there might be a reason for them to keep this a secret, but honestly, I don't know. I'm skeptical of this one.
Put it in the dishwasher.
I always say that the most likely answers are usually the most mundane ones, but this is almost too mundane. I just don't see it as something that needs to be kept that secret. Theory number 3, toothpaste. So here's a fun one. Have you ever wondered what gives Crest that sparkle? Could it be metallized plastic? I could totally see why toothpaste companies would not want people to know that they're forcibly rubbing glitter into their teeth. That makes perfect sense. There is one problem with this one, though. And that problem is called the 2015 Microbead-Free Waters Act, which was signed by President Obama and prohibits companies from adding plastic flecks in products that are expected to be rinsed off. And this is something that toothpaste companies actually used to do. Like, that's a known thing. But they did have to make changes because of this law. It actually prohibits flecks smaller than 5 millimeters. So, yeah, those would be some massive chunks of glitter in your toothpaste if they were still doing it.
Do I have something in my teeth?
The law went into effect a year before the Glitter X interview, so that does kind of kill this theory. Unless they've continued doing it illegally. In which case they absolutely would want to keep quiet. And I imagine Glitter X would want to keep it quiet as well for their own legal reasons. But yeah, I'm kind of soft on this one. Theory number 4, rocket fuel. That's right, nerds, we somehow put a rocket element into this. Okay, so once upon a time, Meadowbrook Inventions used to produce a material called zirconium, which was used in solid rocket fuel as well as fireworks and artillery shells. So zirconium is not glitter, but glitter and rocket fuel do share one common ingredient, aluminum. As I'm sure many of you already know, aluminum powder is a key ingredient in solid rocket boosters, like the Space Shuttle had and now the Space Launch System. So it's the same materials, and a glitter manufacturer would be well positioned to make a massive amount of it.
I agree.
So this one's not totally crazy, but I think at the risk of being pedantic, this might stretch the definition of glitter a little bit, because I assume they would just buy the aluminum parts, like they wouldn't want
They should
plastic
really
on there
wipe
that would
corporations
just add weight
out.
without any benefit, right?
Not be a
Unless
fucking
just
slap
buying
on the
glitter is
fucking
that much
pinky
cheaper,
knuckle.
and that justifies using it, in which case I mean, it's kind of wild to think that they're just stuffing rockets full of glitter, right?
Well said.
Now, one thing from the interview that does kind of lead some credence to this one, for me anyway, is that when she asked if you could see it, Lauren Dyer responded, "You'd see something," which, a massive explosion or a launch would definitely be something to see. My only question is whether or not the rocket or fireworks industry is big enough to be their biggest client. That I'm not so sure about, but this one is an interesting theory to me. Theory number 5, aircraft shaft. Okay, so I saved this one for last because I think there might be something to this one. So if you saw Top Gun Maverick, you might remember like some of the coolest scenes involve the use of flares. These are things that they shoot behind the aircraft to divert incoming missiles.
Here it comes.
So if you watch this scene closely, you'll notice the button the map presses is labeled remote flare / shaft. Flares are for that heat-seeking missiles. Shaft messes with their radar guidance. And guess what shaft is made of? According to the Department of Defense anyway, it says, quote, millions of tiny aluminum or zinc-coated fibers. I mean, to dig a little deeper on this, there was a DoD report from 2018 that warned of risks from having a sole source of shaft. So it might make sense that they might be supplementing their shaft with glitter, assuming it works the same way. And as for how much shaft they may be using, according to some news sources, upwards of 500 tons of shaft are dumped into the atmosphere every year. Okay, first of all, dumping 500 tons of particulate matter into the atmosphere is a big yikes for me, dog. But second, that's just what they're dumping, so you know they're buying more than that. We were able to track down that the sole supplier of shaft for the DoD is a company called Armtech Defense, who claim to produce more than 1 million pounds of shaft per year. Do the math, and you'll notice that 500 tons and 1 million pounds are the same. And digging a little bit deeper, it turns out that that number is actually kind of a lowball estimate on how much shaft is used in the US alone. So I like the timing of this theory. That DoD report came out in September of 2018. The New York Times article came out later that year. Also, we found an article that says that Meadowbrook Inventions produced shaft during World War II. So again, there's a history here. The only holes I can poke in this theory is, again, why would the military care if the public knows this? Unless knowing this gives our enemies a way to get around the shaft somehow. That and just the fact that it's the military, so it's going to be more secretive. Also, being that there's another company that makes the majority of their shaft and GlitterX would just be supplemental, I don't know if it would make up that much of their revenue. But then again, it's the military, they've got a massive budget, and anytime you're talking about national security, things get pretty secretive. So, yeah, I think there might be something to this one. And look, there are other theories, everything from the transportation system with all their signs and road paint to makeup and pharmaceuticals to cloud seeding and, of course, chemtrails. Hey, future Joe here. So after I recorded this video, I actually found another theory that I think is worth including. In fact, it might be the best one I've found so far. So there was a TikTok that was done by a TikToker named Maxed Out Mommy that speculated that the best answer for this is quartz countertops. I'll put a link to it down below so you can see the whole thing. It's actually really long, it's like a 7-minute TikTok. But basically, the argument here is that when they make quartz countertops, usually it's not like one big slab of quartz. It's sort of ground up and compressed together like a particle board kind of thing. And she went to the website of one of the quartz countertop manufacturers, and their website says that it's 90% ground quartz with 10% extra additives and polymers. Polymers meaning plastic. By the way, it's not just countertops. That might seem like a small market, but it's countertops, it's tile, it's flooring. It's actually a pretty big market. But she was pointing out in her video that apparently some DIY YouTubers and TikTokers have made their own quartz composite
but the lady said she
countertops,
couldn't
and the only
reveal
way that
it.
they could make it look like the real stuff that you buy in the store was by adding glitter. And she looked at the numbers in the industry. She figured out, how much you would need for all the quartz countertops and stuff, and it came out to about 400,000 pounds of glitter every year. And I could see this one checking out. Quartz countertops, again, tiles, flooring, all that. It's a huge industry. It's used in a lot of construction materials and whatnot, and it's high-end stuff. People spend a lot of money on this. So the quartz industry probably doesn't want them to know that the reason that it looks so good is just basic store-bought glitter. She said that it's something that you would definitely see, but you might not know that that's what it is. That checks out. But I think this is one of the better theories I've run across. I think it checks out in a lot of ways. I'll put the link down below. Like I said, you guys go check it out. Poke holes in it in the comments.
I'm going to start looking around.
But there may be an even more mundane solution to the glitter mystery than all the possibilities that I've mentioned, and that's just Good old-fashioned marketing. I mean, seriously, before this article came out and all the hoopla that was created around it, most people had never heard of Glitterex. And now we're all still talking about them 5 years later. It's also possible that, for whatever reason, they're just a very secretive company. She talks at the beginning about how restricted they were when she was trying to get access to their building. Like, there were certain rooms that she could go into and some that she couldn't, some things that she could see and some things they couldn't. Maybe the answer is pretty mundane, but this Lauren Dyer person didn't want to say it because she knew she'd be fired, because that's the company culture kind of thing. Or maybe there's some really dark stuff going on that none of us can even imagine. Like, maybe this company is just a front, and they're really, like, reverse engineering UAPs in the basement. Huh? It's probably not. But I'm curious what you guys think. Anything that I missed? Any of these that stand out as extra plausible to you? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Real quick before we go, a big shout out to the Answer Files on Patreon and the channel member.
Blah, blah, blah. You guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys had fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Shouts out to everybody that's still in the Discord. Thank you.
Yo, yo.
Okay, you guys have a good night. I'm out of here.
Right back at you, bro.
Okay, sorry.
Cheers, Mom.
Take care, everybody. Peace.
Later. Food.